welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining us today for this nonsensical one-shot. As we all know, it's going to be wonderful and amazing in the land of Tal'dorei that we all love. This today is... We are raising funds for an event for a bunch of critters just to get together and do critter things. So today, you can help or hinder us, as you so choose, with the donations. $5 or 500 bits will give you an advantage to dole out to any player of your choice. $10 or 1,000 biddies gives you the chance to give disadvantage. And it's more because it's meaner. How dare you? But yes, those are the things you can do today. So let's go around and say hi to everyone. I didn't introduce myself. So today I am playing Tater, and I'm totally a dragonborn. Definitely just a tall, slim dragonborn. That's what you see, and that's what you believe. Let's go around and say hi to Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hey, I'm gonna be playing Goku, a Sun Soul monk, Arakapper.
Awesome. And then let's go on to totally not my twin, Becca.
Hi, I'm Becca, and I will totally not be playing also the bottom half of a Dragonborn. Weird. As you see a Dragonborn, you notice that the face of the Dragonborn is white. However, the tail and feet are like a reddish-brown color.
Weird.
That's it.
So let's go and say hi to Anton. Anton, hi.
Hello. I am playing Tyrion Twining, the Tal'dorei Tea Master.
Awesome. I love all the alliteration. It's perfect. And last but most certainly not least, Omega. Hi, Omega.
Hi, I'm Omega. I am playing Samedi Alamkar. He is an interesting person, and you'll see why soon.
Oh, boy.
I am excited for this nonsense. So now we have to go back to our illustrious GM who is leading this group. Good luck to you today. Dustin, hi.
Hi, I am Dustin Miller, a DM who is now your DM. And we're just going to jump right into it. Here we go.
We're doing it.
East of the Stormcrest Mountains, hundreds of miles of massive, unbridled forest shrouds the landscape in mystery and shadow. Wildly understood to be the domain of the elves within Tal'dorei, or Gwasar, as the continent is called in their tongue, the dense timberland is traversed by few besides the elves of Syngorn. Brave, well-protected merchants travel from Amon to Syngorn along roads sanctioned for trade. Hunters, both human and elven alike, seek glory in the tracking of wild beasts that roam the untamed wilderness. And the occasional band of dark elf raiders from Moon Shock prowls the forests under the cover of night. The enchanted nature of this woods holds the decay of the seasons at bay, the trees blooming evergreen year-round. The verdant expanse sprung from the ley energies that shifted here following the calamity, bringing vibrant, accelerated growth and rampant magical flux to the region. This has instilled the forest with countless factions of stranded feyfolk and displaced aberrations that called the darker groves their home. Ruins slowly fall to the swelling overgrowth, and some say that the parts of the wood move and hunt on their own, claiming the lives of those who had wandered too far from the points of civilization. Even so, much of the expanse is under the watch of the Wardens of Syngorn, granting a measure of safety to those who travel beneath its dusky boughs. And as we set this scene, we see a ragtag group of adventurers who have followed the call for help. And as you're approaching this path, the forest is it seems like the forest is carved out around you along this path. There's small stone lampposts that kind of light the way, and you're approaching what looks to be just like a little outpost. And you know that in the note that you guys received, or the notice that you guys are following here, you were told to report to Vale Outpost and seek out a warden drill. And so you're approaching this sort of, it looks like the road kind of stops and like trees, it's like someone had grown vines and stuff in like wrought iron shapes, and there's this it's not wrought iron, but so there's a wrought vine gate and two trees that sort of have been carved out, and there's elven sentries, and one of them sort of knocks an arrow. And who approaches Vale Outpost?
It's us. Hi. Sorry.
We are answering the bulletin.
We heard you might need assistance.
Good afternoon, sir. Would you like some tea?
I will allow you in. You seek drill. If you're inquiring about the Mirescar, all luck to you. And the gates sort of open, and you're allowed to walk in. It's a small outpost. You can see some wardens, and you're familiar with the wardens of Syngorn. They move pretty lively. I mean, these guys seem to be able to move through forests like a knife through butter. Like it's magical to see them just sort of float around. And towards the center of town, there's a taller elf. She's got long hair, and dressed what you would assume. She looks very important, and she's directing people here and there, and groups of wardens are coming up, and she's sending them out. Did we already get a donation?
We got boned.
Oh.
Dan, our good
Did Boner
friend,
Town give you
this is
disadvantage?
Boner Town, gave disadvantage to literally everyone. Thank you.
No.
How dare you?
All
You
right.
are the worst.
Thanks.
All right.
So you said there's an elven woman in the middle of town?
Yeah, and she seems to be directing everybody around.
All right.
And she sort of looks in your direction and cocks her head a little bit.
Then Sam bounds over to her. His little imp is like hopping next to him.
She sees the imp, and instinctively she puts her hand on the sword at her waist.
No. He's fine. He looks different from most imps. Most imps are probably more darker and a little kind of creepy. He's still creepy, but he's pale white. And his nails almost look like they're obsidian. And he has a really creepy but happy smile.
Advantage to the legs
he's like,
and tail
Nebo,
of the
stand
dragonborn.
down. We are here to help. My apologies if he scared you or offended you.
No, it is just I was making sure that you were friend or foe. What business do you have at Vale Outpost?
We heard of a call and
We are here to help.
what he said.
An interesting bunch. You here to investigate the Mirescar?
Exactly.
Do any of you know about the Mirescar?
I know
Does
little to
anyone
nothing.
know about the Mirescar?
Anyone proficient in history?
Nope.
I'm not proficient in history.
If you're proficient in history, you may roll. You may roll me a history check.
Oh.
-1.
Minus.
History.
I got a +1, so I guess.
I got 16 total.
Okay, Tyrion, you've heard telling that since the Verdant Expanse was created, there was an area of darkness called the Mirescar. And you've heard tell of anything that tends to wander too close to it comes out different, augmented, darker, and it's a area of the forest that little light gets into and no one really goes close to, and it's dark and scary. That's as much as you know. Every story about the Mirescar is people come in, they don't come out. Things come in, they don't come out the same.
Okay. So at some point, I've relayed this information to the others in the group.
That sounds delightful.
Yes, your friend there is correct. The Mirescar is not a place you would venture voluntarily, but we have reports that the Mirescar is spreading, that it's shifting. It seems that tendrils of it lash out. We've recently lost 2 warden parties. We're not sure of the whereabouts. We have not heard from them in a while, and we would like you to investigate their whereabouts.
You said 2 parties?
2 parties of wardens have gone in, and we have not heard from them since. And I will not risk any more of my people, but you adventurers are a dime a dozen. And there is Syngorn has promised a healthy reward if you can find the source and return our members, or at least give us more information so that we may know how to approach this.
What information do you have now that could assist us before we traverse into these lands?
Oh yes, that would be very helpful.
We know of an area where the Mirescar seems to have spread from. I can lead you to the path that will take you there.
One advantage
As to that,
for
we
all
don't
and
know
one
much more.
disadvantage for Dusty to hand out.
These warden, the first party was a simple scouting party. They were just out looking for lost caravans. Some people tend to wander, hunters tend to wander too close. When we had not heard back from them, we sent a party to investigate. Their last report was that the Mirescar was in places that it had not previously been, and then we have missed communication from them for about 3 days now. Other than that, I can't tell you much. The Mirescar is not a place. We have seen a few creatures come this way, tangled, weird mixtures of life and plants that we've not seen before, but abominations are not uncommon from the Mirescar.
So it looks like we have a lot to potentially deal with.
Could be. All we are asking is for information on our party members. If you could find what happened to them, I would not ask you to go further if you did not want to, but there is Syngorn is promised wealthy pockets if that's what you're into.
Oh, I do like wealthy pockets. Okay, so this is a really bad, no good place. You don't want anyone going in there, but you want us going in there. And we just need to find...
It's been my common observation that you adventurers like to go places where you're not supposed to go.
You see the red and brown feet of the Dragonborn shift a little bit.
Shh, shh, shh. It's fine. It's fine.
Roll me a deception check.
What? How dare?
Since you started speaking. Because while you were just standing
they
there.
didn't speak. Oh, did I? Am
No,
I? Okay,
you
me.
both.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, both of them?
Do we both have to roll?
You're the one that spoke, so you roll
Okay,
the deception
Okay,
check.
good.
Okay.
Wait, I have advantage. Wait, do I have advantage on this? Is this? Yes, because I'm pretending to be someone else. Hang on. So that is 30. No, sorry. 28. 28, sorry.
I'm like, Jesus
28.
Christ.
Bard's gonna bard.
Wait, I'm a very good Dragonborn adventurer. Yes, I do like doing things like this.
I don't remember mentioning your race, but okay. You seem...
Sam just kind of like a side-eyeing.
Oh yeah. Quick question: does the party know that it's two?
Does the
kobolds?
party know? I don't think we ever established.
I
Now would be a good time to do so.
think as of right now, you guys decide on whether you want to know whether these two are just a Dragonborn or just...
I'll
As
be
it's pointed
completely
out to you.
oblivious.
Sorry, Becca.
I think it's
Go ahead.
fair for you. I mean, if it's okay. I think it's fair that Sam knows they're not Dragonborn. But he doesn't know what. He's not actually tried to investigate because he's been around fiendish, dracon, like things like this. Like this isn't no.
This is not what. Nope.
I
That's fair.
will say that us as a Dragonborn has many things in place to be convincing. I will say there's a few things here that we've done to I've done.
Yeah, you're pulling it off great. Yep.
One advantage each for Tarion, Sam.
I'll say like you guys have sort of met up as
you're.
you're traveling towards this area. Each individually kind of have found, and so you've been hanging out with this really weird Dragonborn. But
Sam knows
you're like,
something's up.
this is not a dragon. I don't know what this is.
You think Nebo, who's a little imp, has just been hopping around the feed, just like,
It's perfect because the feet wouldn't have noticed, considering my face is in a trench coat.
Yeah, we're basically wearing a giant fantasy trench coat, so...
As earlier
Right.
today, just said, I will not say fantasy trench
I
coat.
give up.
Just said fantasy
I
trench
was
coat.
trying to figure out what word one would use instead of fantasy trench coat.
Nope, it's a fantasy
It's a
trench coat.
fantasy trench coat.
Rude.
It's just got a lot of like buckles and fancy filigree. Who knows?
It's the best.
Zippers.
Just so everyone knows, everyone's character has at least 2 advantages right now,
Oh God.
and 1 disadvantage available to them. And Dustin, you have a few to work with. Just saying.
Fantasy trench coat, where all your dreams come true.
Jess,
Do we
you
have a
just
total?
your advantages, right? Or did you already have advantage?
Sorry, I already had
You-
advantage.
You already had advantage, like you didn't use one.
I might have advantage on pretending to be someone I'm not. So
Got it. Cool.
This was my mistake. I allowed this to happen, everyone. Okay, so she sort of looks you up and down and cocks her head to the side. Like I said, you adventurers tend to get yourselves in trouble. If you want to get in trouble this way, I could use the help. I'm not going to spare any more of my people, but Syngorn has promised a sizable reward, enough to keep someone comfortable for the rest of their life in the duty of saving wardens.
I would like a tea shop.
That is an interesting ask. You may take it up with Syngorn if you survive the Mirescar. I'm sure there would be.
Fine. Right? Like, what could go wrong?
Welcome to the Verdant Expanse, Eric Graham.
Name is Goku, by the way.
Goku. I can't not. You guys, he's an owl Orokoker named Goku. I just can't. Anyway, and he's a monk. So, very well. If you would like, I could show you the way towards the area in question. If you have any further questions of me, I have a lot to get done too.
Are we going to a tea shop? I thought I heard that.
I believe your friend requested owning a tea shop?
Oh,
Yes.
never mind.
Well, lead the way.
I got excited.
Yes. And she sort of snaps her fingers in the air, and two wardens sort of just like appear out of nowhere. And she looks at them and just, please escort them towards the Mirescar.
Out of curiosity, is this type of magic, or whatever she just did, something that Sam has probably seen before? He just likes knowing what he's getting himself into.
What do you mean in respect?
She just snapped her fingers and two people disappeared.
Well, yeah, they just, because they're so fast and swift, like you didn't really like.
God, I thought it was like she was like summoning.
No summoning. Just she had snapped, and two wardens had responded quickly out of nowhere. So she kind of directs them. These two will escort you to the path. They will not follow you in, but they will escort you to the last place that we had any sort of messages or signs of our party previous. I wish you luck. I hope to see you all survive, or at least one of you come back with some information. The Expanse takes what it wants. Be careful. It's a wild forest, guys. And she sort of turns around and starts ordering and stuff like that, and the two wardens with you start to head off. Sort of paying you middling of mind, following their orders. They're a little, you get an idea that they're, they're Syngorn elves. You've heard stories.
As we're walking, I'll just use my wing, kind of tap one of them on the shoulder. It's like, hey, what do you do here?
We guard the forests.
Oh. Is that it?
We guard the forest. We protect people from things from the forest. We protect the forest from people that would want to harm it.
Oh. I guess those two other groups weren't too good at it.
They eye you so hard.
And then I cock my head sideways innocently.
And I am interrupting. Would you like some tea?
They just both turn around and start walking.
Perfect. Way to go, guys.
Well,
this is
it was just a question.
We're doing so good. What are you talking about?
While this
So-
is happening, Nebo, which is the imp, climbs up Samedi's back and sits on his shoulder, and then morphs into a raven.
Nice.
Noise.
I should also point out there's a little tea dragon flying around me.
Oh, yay!
Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay, again, Nebo's joining him. He's just flying.
it's like a little sort of pseudo dragon size thing.
Awesome,
Nebo's
I
gonna
love
fly
it.
right next to him because he has a friend now.
Oh no, our party's so cute. Dang it.
Yes, good. All right, so you follow these wardens for a while, and the Verdant Expanse is a real, this is unlike forests that you know of as forests. This is a forest birthed in arcane magics along ley lines since the calamity. This forest is huge. These trees are huge. They seem to always be in bloom no matter where you go. Life is just everywhere in them. As you're following this path, it's just this thick, dense forest. Sunlight kind of peeking through here and there. Just animals everywhere. And the wardens are making their way through it as if like nothing's bothering them. And occasionally along this path, roots have come across. And as they're leading you deeper in, and the forest is sort of getting more and more dense, and it's growing across the sky. Less and less light comes out, and it's about an hour of travel that they take you on this path. And as they go, the path is getting rougher and rougher. The forest is getting denser and denser, and then they sort of stop, and you see before you, along the path, there's sections of trees that have this black scarring through them, and it looks like it's sort of like you can see a path of like black forest, and on the either side it's like green healthy forest, but there's like this streak of black, and it goes down along this path. And they look back at you and they're like, this is a section of the Mirescar that seems to have spread in the expanse. This was the last location that we had any contact from our search party. They had left us a note here that they had found tracks and that they were heading farther in.
Goku walks up with his spear and starts poking the black stuff.
It looks like regular like tree. I mean, it seems to have been like, it's like an infected with like this blackness to it. And so you poke it, and it's like kind of soft, and like some white stuff kind of oozes out from it.
Oh, hang on! I'm really good at nature stuff, and I like you see the middle of the coat kind of like stop, and like push to move forward.
The feet then start moving. After like a delay of like a second, and the Dragonborn will walk over to where the nature stuff is, and then you see, it's so weird.
Describe me how you're gonna investigate this through pants.
Well, no, there's no pants. It's just
We're double ducking it. Come on, duh.
You're double
double ducking it.
So are there eye holes in this trench coat?
So what visually happens, as stealthily as possible, two little claws poke out at one of the like between two buttons, and kind of shink, and open it, and you see an eyeball like looking out of it.
Then roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh, come on!
Yes.
Can we
Can
try
I
and
use-
perceive this?
One of my advantages to cancel out the disadvantage?
No. You can
Right.
use your advantage on the nature check if that's what you were going to do.
Maybe.
So,
Alright, so
Dustin, can I
So
delete
stealth.
Becca's disadvantage? Did you just use it?
Yes, you may
Okay.
delete her disadvantage.
okay, so my stealth, rolling my pike and my kiki die. Oh, that's not great. My stealth is 11.
Anyone who wants to perceive that, anyone whose passive perception is above 11 sees this happen.
Okay. Yeah, I am.
You don't even have to roll to perceive it.
Goku
If your
kinda
passive
freaked out.
perception.
And starts smacking the bottom half with
Can I swat the hand before it like gets to my bottom half? Like, hey, don't touch.
You've got arms growing out of you.
It's fine. Just leave it. Just leave it. It's fine. I promise it's nothing. This happens to Dragonborn sometimes.
Well, it's a very
Oh,
intriguing
really?
medical problem.
It's totally normal, I swear. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I believe you. And then he walks away.
Okay, so then nature check.
Mhm.
Yes.
Are you using
Sure.
advantage?
Yeah.
It's up to you, but
I'll
you have
use
3 right now.
I have 3.
You have 3. People really like the bottom half.
Yes! You guys are the best. Okay. So I will use advantage on my nature check. And I am going to. So I pulled out my dice that Matt and Marisha
Blessed for you.
wrote on.
Oh.
Well, they wrote the numbers. So those are what I'm going to use for advantage. So I'm using Matt's. So Matt Mercer, don't screw me, please. Please.
Actually, the wrong person for that.
Well, that was a 6 on his, but then the other one was a 12 plus nature. 11?
Oh my! I should have done this.
Wait,
You're the one that has druids.
I assumed my druid twin would be good at this.
How do you invest?
Nature?
How do you investigate? Describe how the bottom half of this dragonborn investigates this tree trunk.
Okay, so what Dragonborn does,
Meanwhile, remember there are 2 wardens of Syngorn who are standing behind all this, just watching.
That's
just
okay.
looking at each other.
I am going to take my foot, my Dragonborn looking clawed foot, and kind of like scrape at the tree, like kind of like poke it with my toe a little bit, all still while one eyeball is peeking out of the trench coat.
All right. So as your dragonborn foot claws at this tree and this white, gray, milky fluid leaks all over your feet, I'm gonna need you to be grossed out because this is gross.
Okay.
Uh,
So tricksy.
Oh, that was fun. But yeah, this is you get even with that roll. This seems to be some sort of illness, sickness. Like this is, it's gross, and now it's all over your foot,
awesome.
and it sort of smells like dead stuff.
That's disgusting.
Um,
You hear. No, you don't hear anything. I lied to you. I'm not gonna make this harder on myself. I don't know why
Sam, while this shenanigans was happening, just shakes his head, and he also moves over to another section of the black and like hovers his hand over it. And is trying to get a feel of anything arcane from what could have caused it.
Roll.
You know what I'm
Roll
trying to
me. Yeah. Roll me Arcana. Roll Arcana for me.
say. Okay. And as he does this, you swear his eyes go black, but you don't know.
What?
What is that?
My perception is really high.
Can I do this at advantage?
You may.
I'm going to do this at advantage because that was crap. That would have been a 13 or even worse. Okay. So 13 it is.
So, I mean, with you hold your hand over this, and you can definitely feel something but the hair on the back of your neck sort of stands up a little bit, like just the energy kind of coming off of this. You can't really tell what exactly it is, but whatever it is weird and not good. Like, I mean, you can't pinpoint exactly what it is, but it gives you a pause, and it makes you a little uncomfortable.
I would like to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
So that's going to take 10 minutes.
Yeah, you guys stand
Whilst
here
this
for.
is all happening.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say you kind of started this at the beginning. Go ahead, Jess. Do you have something?
I was gonna ask
Mm-hmm.
if I could be like, I'm just gonna sit down now. and then wait for my bottom half to do so. Do you do so, bottom half?
I sit.
Okay, so it's very awkward if it gets like whoomp, and then I'm gonna reach over and try and lick my milky toe sap covered toes.
What are you doing?
I want to nature test my toes. They're covered in sap. And
Roll me a nature check. And Tyrion, you cast detect magic. And you get a bunch of bleeps from the party members around you.
Right.
Because apparently they're all wearing magical things.
Makes sense.
But nothing that really like stands out, like other than just like a weird. You can probably describe it as just a weird, creepy, buzzy feeling in the back of your neck, sort of thing. But like other than that, it's just your friends are glowing with magical items.
Okay. Does the creepy feeling have a sort of school of magic associated with it?
You can't really tell, but
Okay.
I'll give you that you can definitely sense it's stronger when you look down that path towards that way.
Okay.
Gesundheit.
I would also just like to point out, because with your mention of magical items, Dragonborn feet are not actually Dragonborn feet. I mean, they are, but they're wearing slippers.
Oh, are they? But you clawed something, which is why
I know, because I forgot that I was wearing slippers.
So at least
So,
one of them has some
let's say
toes,
that-
like some claws sticking out?
The claws are sticking out of the slippers. It's fine. They weren't meant for Dragonborn feet.
No, probably not.
Okay.
You probably found them somewhere in the trash can.
It's a really good trash can.
So Dragonborn
Yep.
top half.
That's me. Us, me.
Your tongue goes numb.
I rolled the 23 though. Do I get some?
Your tongue goes numb, and it tastes like you ate something dead.
Oh. But the tree still looks alive, but it has this.
Parts of the tree looks alive. It has like a swath of black through it.
Okay. This is. I gotta say that this is dead stuff. You know, I've had better dead stuff. This isn't the best dead stuff. Some dead stuff is good. This dead stuff's okay. But not ideal. A little bit tangy.
A little bit tangy.
So the two wardens sort of look at all of this and look at each other and just go, they're going to die. Good luck, everyone. I hope you are helpful in finding our missing members. We're going to report back now.
Or have fun.
And one of them hands the other one like a bag of gold.
Oh!
And anyone if you want, he whispers something. If you want to roll a perception.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. My little eyeballs
I will
sticking
as
out.
That is 18.
13.
Okay. You hear 100 platinum. They don't come back.
Oh!
Sam is going to use thaumaturgy.
Mhm.
And like the smallest but still like forceful like thunderclap sounds literally right behind them.
The one who handed the satchel over like jumps and like reaches for his sword.
And Sam just goes We'll have fun now.
You all have fun now too.
We will.
Oh, Goku.
Oh,
So
yeah.
do you guys go down this path?
I would
Yes.
also like to, just before we go, attempt to cast Cure Wounds on the black stuff.
Okay.
So I shall get out a nice little bottle of green chai tea. And I shall sprinkle it over the black stuff on this tree.
And okay, so you pour this green tea over, and for a second, it looks like it is kind of working. Like at the where it pours over, it starts to like green up a little bit, and then is quickly swallowed again by the black stuff.
Like, ooh, I can do that kind of stuff too. And then I shoot a sunbolt at a black patch to see what happens.
Okay, so your owl friend, from his fists fires a tiny little sun, and it flies over to the tree, hits it, and like absorbs in, and you can kind of see radiating out this light, and where the light hits, the scar lightens up just a little bit, but then it gets all swallowed back up again.
No.
This isn't helpful. It'd be good if we move on. Yes.
Smart.
And Sam whistles, and Nebo, as the raven, like flies up and kind of hovers above, and is like watching above as we start to walk. If we start to walk.
I shall pour myself a cup of tea into a teacup and saucer that's just floating in the air in front of me.
Oh, I love it.
As that was happening, Feet already started walking down the path.
Wait! Gotta get back up. There's like the top half like clambers to like get to stand back up straight. There's like a what?
It's okay. I have a strength of 15. You're fine.
Okay. So like, did you drag me for a second there?
I mean, I like started to stand back up and like almost grabbed like right by your knees and just like reached.
So it's like this weird like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you all realize that no normally built biological being functioned like what you just saw.
It's fine. Totally.
No
Wow,
spine.
you're super flexible.
Yeah, I am many multi-jointed.
Oh.
Maybe multi-jointed.
Yes,
Got it.
many times. It's a gift
As
of my people.
we start walking. As we start walking, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
And so, like, what happens? I like the effect of like shadows like clinging to people. So I can have. Wait. For the duration, each creature you choose out of, I don't remember how many I can choose, but
You should be able to get everybody in.
yeah. So we have +10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked except for magical means.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, but so as you guys are going down, the shadows sort of like coalesce around you, and you notice when you step, you leave no footprints behind. No twigs break under your feet. Like nothing is telling you. Nothing is leaving any sort of trace that you were there. You pass through the forest without a trace. All right, so as you guys go along this path, you travel for about an hour, and as you're going, the blackness seems to take over more, and the forest is getting wilder. Like the canopy is almost like you're underground now as you're traveling through. These trees are wilder and denser, and roots and vines, and the canopy is like growing so thick you can only see the traces of light shining through. It's getting darker, and you start to hear other sounds far off in the distance. Not a lot of like birds and things like that you did see like in the verdant expanse as you traveled here. It's darker, it's cooler, it gets weirdly quiet. You can hear weird growls from way off in the distance, and you get.
Is it getting?
It's probably dim light by now. Like it.
Okay.
This is a big. This is like this forest These trees are enormously large. They're enormously knotty. It's like naughty as in like knots, not like naughty as in bad. Uh, these are very naughty trees, guys. I was trying to go for like a spooky thing, and then I just made it all silly. Yeah,
how tall are the trees? Like, would I still be able to fly around
I mean, you could.
underneath the canopy?
The canopy is probably 60, 70 feet. I mean, these are huge trees, and the canopy is like really tall, but it's like closing off now. And as you're getting through, it's getting like denser, and just more wild. Vines are growing all over. There's not really a path. And if someone wants to roll me an investigation check,
Ooh, I can do that.
I'll do that.
as you're going along.
Not me.
23.
Okay.
11.
11.
Tyrion, as you're walking along and like sipping your tea, this is probably like the third cup you're on right now. As you sort of like come back down and look around, you notice like a little glint out of the corner of your eye in like some gnarled roots that have come out, and they're off a little bit to your right.
Okay.
It's like a glint of metal.
Let's have a look at this. And I'd like to go up a little bit closer, not touch anything.
Okay, so as you get around this series of roots, you see a sword, and then sort of in the roots themselves, holding on the hilt, is a hand.
Just a hand?
You can't tell. It's like the roots are growing over, and you see a hand, and it's holding a sword, and the roots have kind of grown over the sword a little bit too, but you can see that little bit of metal that glinted at you is there.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
So I point it out to the others.
Ooh. Kind of hop over to it and kind of look at it closely.
Don't think there's anything.
Sam sees what's going on, but he instinctively like looks around to see if anything else is checking them out, see if anything else is could be hostile.
Roll me a perception check. Let's see.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Noise.
Hang on, let me see if this thing can. Oh wait, there's no thing.
There's no thing. That doesn't make me feel better.
So as Tyrion is looking at this, Samedi, you are kind of looking around, and you swear up in the canopy you see a gray shadow move.
He immediately, let me look at something before I tell you wrong. He, after noticing this, he like kind of goes still, and his eyes look through Nebo in the sky to see if he can see what he just saw closer.
Okay. Nebo, you kind of let Nebo know which direction to look, and Nebo sees the same thing. It's hard to pick out, but it's definitely some sort of shadowy creature crawling along the top of the canopy.
Okay, Nebo swoops down and lands on his shoulder, and his consciousness comes back into him, and he gets over closer to the group and says, "Something's watching us."
Goku immediately perks up and tries to see what he saw.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Cool.
With advantage, if you want to use the advantage.
Yeah, you have two if you want to use any of them.
Right. I will do so. 20.
How much? 20?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, you see this gray figure moving through the. In fact, you see a second one now moving in the canopy.
I will say, I don't know if it matters, but it was a natural 20, but with my plus 3, it'd be 23. If it
Yeah,
matters.
no, yeah, you blew through their stealth, which they have advantage on, but it doesn't matter.
Wow. Bye.
Should we try grabbing one?
It's in the canopy.
It's up in the canopy, crawling in the trees.
I can fly, and I flare out my wings.
You can also get caught in the air, trying to fly to something you don't know exactly what it is.
Yes.
Ooh.
Can I look to see if I can see these things as well?
Roll me a perception with advantage because everyone's pointing out the area that these are happening.
Get off me.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Woo!
Yes, waste them all now.
Yeah,
Yes.
I felt like we're using them all on
That's
scene.
a 21.
Yeah. So now you see 4 things moving in the canopy.
4.
How far away are they?
About 60 feet.
Okay. So I sort of say, do we want to shoot at these? And I have a heavy.
Do they look like a
crossbow.
threat?
I'm blanking on what I'm trying to say. My apologies. I need to read something real quick. Because at second level, I casted at one more creature. That's what I thought. Okay. As they're talking, because no, he's pulling out one of his spell scrolls and lets it drop, and like reads in like a mix between abyssal and celestial. It's kind of weird.
Ooh.
And casts bless at second level. So that's one of those scrolls out of the way, and he casts it on Goku, Tarian, top half of the Dragonborn, and himself.
Good call.
Okay. Bless.
Sorry, bottom half. He's not convinced you can do anything yet.
Oh, just wait. It's gonna be great.
So yeah, the 4 of us minus bottom half. Minus tots.
The 4 of you. It's fine.
It seems like all 4 of us are good.
Exactly.
And whilst this happens, Tarian's T-Dragon, Alberti, hovers over Goku, and sort of breathes on him in a way that it's as if he's breathing out tea, but it's not wet. It evaporates immediately.
Tea steam? Like
It's a misty.
And if you bear with me a moment,
He's got misty breath.
so you now have resilience. So I've
Resilience? Okay.
7 plus 4, I think. Hang on. Plus my intelligence, that's 4. So you've now got 11 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
11. Cool.
And for those who aren't aware, that have forgotten, Bless gives you a +4 to, or a D4
Okay.
to attack rolls and saving throws.
I had forgotten, so thank you.
Attack roll and
Check it
saving
out.
throws.
Yeah, attack roll and saving, not damage, but attack rolls and saving throws. You can roll a D4.
Okay.
Got it.
Add a D4 too.
All right, with that,
Oh god.
No god.
Dragonborn, please roll me a dexterity.
Which
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Okay.
The bottom.
No!
No! Not my bottom!
This is real awkward considering that I don't have a plus to dex. So...
Oh,
Can
great.
Disadvantage?
I do anything to assist my bottom?
LOL.
Can I pull my bottom out of the way?
The ground before you rolled a nat
Did you
1.
roll a nat 1?
There it is.
All right. So as you are all looking up at watching these things, the one thing that rolled a natural 20 on its stealth, the ground beneath you starts to growl
Oh no!
and lift up. And those of you in the roll 20,
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I'm gonna move you over to here. Oh, come on, players.
There we are. Okay. Oh my god!
Oh.
So you see the ground beneath you roll up, and you're now standing on the back of this four-legged creature called a thorny.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't like that. Go away.
So those little guys that you see are the ones that are crawling up at the top. But beneath you, you see this salamander-looking creature lift up underneath bottom of the bottom of the dragonborn. But it's made out of vegetation and fungus. And you go toppling, top over bottom, off the side of it, and everyone needs to roll me an initiative.
No!
Hey.
As you hear a bunch of little,
No.
and more, you see more of these little gray things start scrambling out of the underbrush and the canopy.
Mine's at roll 20 for you.
Okay.
Silly question.
Yeah.
Add proficiency to initiative, do we?
There we are.
You add your dex to it.
Just
yeah.
dex.
Just dex.
Just dex.
All
Okay.
right. 10.
Okay.
That's not gonna
This
be.
is so awkward.
You have 15 and 18.
No, that's not 18.
Okay.
It's plus 5 though. Sorry. So that's
What?
20.
18 plus 5?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
23. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nice.
And I got 9.
And I got 10.
9, 10. They got. Just make it easy. Oh man, they rolled really low. I'll just go to put them all in one. Okay. Omega, what was your?
18.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, so there's two 18.
No.
No,
Just got a 23.
Ben's 10. 23, hang on. 20. Anton, you had a 9? 10.
Yes. 9.
Okay. 18. Ben, you had the 10. Let me put this in order here. I just wrote them down. That was dumb of me. 18, 10, 9, 5. Okay, so top half. You are on the side of this weird thing.
Yeah, so it came up under us and we kind of like fell onto it ish.
You fell off the side, kind of fell off the side of it as it lifted up.
Oh my god.
Did they separate?
Yeah, are we like half and
With
half
the nat
in
one, with the nat 1, yeah, you're tangled in your fantasy trench coat.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So it will take half of your movement to free yourself from the.
That's
the trench.
fair.
That's
Fine.
So you guys see as this thing lifts up, your dragonborn friend twists in a really awkward, and his waist becomes a twist.
Whoops.
Or their waist becomes a twist, and now they're sitting at right angles to each other. Like their spine literally snapped and twisted, and then they fell down on the ground.
Ouch.
As this giant, weird salamander fungus thing sort of steps forward and like growls, and its tongue is just like vines.
Oh,
Multiple vines come out of its mouth.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, am I prone? Do I have to use some of my movement to just kind of like get up?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to
Yeah.
use some of my movement to try and like right myself.
Okay.
And I assume I'm going to just do I get Do I get pack tactics?
I mean, your bottom half is there with you.
My bottom half is here with me, right? So, I wanna. I feel like honestly, I'm just going to try and right myself, lash out with my rapier, because I feel like this is what I would do, like nah, just like. And I have advantage, right? So, that is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
And the D4 of bless is for on the hit, right? Not damage.
Yeah. On the hit.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Sorry, did 19 hit, Dustin? Yeah.
Yes, 19 hits. Yeah, totally.
Well, you know what's not good when you roll a 1 on your damage dice. So that's 5. And then do I get... do I want to use... Do I get... This isn't sneak attack. It snuck up on me.
I'm not going to give... No, I'm not...
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna
fair. So instead, I'm going to use Psychic Blades.
Ooh.
So when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration to deal an extra 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that. Just so you know. That's not great. That's another 7. So that's
Okay.
what, 12? 12 altogether?
Yeah.
Math.
Yep.
And then, as a bonus action, I don't know where this voice came from. This isn't my voice. I would like to inspire my bottom half. Come on! I need to get up.
Oh my god.
As you're talking to, you're standing up.
Yep.
And your bottom half is still lying down perpendicular to you. And you're now yelling at your butt to get up.
But we gotta get moving. But let's go.
Okay. It is now your butt. Is that your turn?
That's my turn. That's my movement, my action, and my bonus action. Yes.
What's
It is now
the
Samedi's
inspiration die?
turn. Oh, wait,
It's
what did you
1d8.
roll? Becca, what did you roll for initiative?
15.
Okay. So it is now Samedi's turn. There are 4 of those gray shadowy things crawling around at the top, and there is a thorny where that weird creature where your dragonborn is bisected, and you see another thorny off coming out of the ground to your left, probably about 20 feet away.
So a question. I have
Yes.
that familiar. Should I roll initiative for him, or does he just go with me?
He'll go with you. That's fine.
Perfect. Well, I, because this is fun. My apologies. I'm trying to figure out something real quick. Okay, yeah. I will spend 2 sorcery points to wait. Yes, I'll spend 2 sorcery points to convert Eldritch Blast into a bonus action, and use that to hit 2 of the things at the top.
Excellent.
So
Roll me that beautiful Eldritch Blast.
right. So first one will be a 21 to hit,
That will hit.
and second one will be not much. 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, okay. Then the first one shall do, because I'm struggling with these spells right now. I'm sorry. Where's my stuff? Let me get my stuff. First one does 10 points of force damage.
Okay.
Second one does 10 points of force damage.
Okay. Yeah, you throw these 2 Eldritch Blasts up, and literally, both of the things that you hit just explode
Oh, great.
in just gray mist. And you hear a bunch of and the other 3 that are up there start like they seem very agitated.
Okay, and then as my regular action, because I'm gonna do another fucking Eldritch Blast, because fuck that. And 2 more of the things up there. Shit, fuck me. Sorry, I apologize. So that's a 21 to hit for the first one.
Yes.
And a 23 to hit the second one.
Yes.
So first hits with 11 points of force damage. The other one takes
Splat.
14 points of force damage.
Splat.
And while this is happening, Nebo, as the Raven, has like swooped down to the little thorny thing that's right in front of them and just did like the biggest caw you've ever heard. And basically, whoever hits next, it's basically using the help action. So it's trying to give advantage to whoever's going to hit this person next.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So is that your turn?
And he'll just step back a little bit just to make sure he's fine.
Dragon Butt. It's the Butt's turn. You have been inspired?
Yes.
Yes.
So, what you see is, so Top Half is now standing straight up talking to Butt. You see Butt, like, at this point, he's just like, fuck it. And he throws off the trench coat.
No, our clever disguise, our ruse.
It was 2 people all along?
And you just hear this, like, low, gravelly, like, God damn it, I'm done with this! And he pops up, and looking at the one that he just fell off of, Tots is going to cast Blight.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
it says, necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it.
Oh.
They have to make a con saving throw.
Okay.
And if it is a plant or a magical plant, creature, or a magical plant, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage, and the spell deals max damage.
Well, guess what? I'm rolling at disadvantage,
Oof.
and I rolled a 6. And now do max damage.
Which is 8d8. So
I'm going to tell you right now that this thing shrivels up before you, because your top half had already done a considerable deal of damage, and I'm pretty sure you're going to roll higher than 15 with 8.
well, it takes max, so it takes 64.
Yeah, so it's 64. Yeah, no, the thing before you, it's like when you pour. Everyone's been in the science fair where they pour the cold water over the hot can and it like crumples up.
Yeah.
This thing just into just a dry husk. It's like now it's like fungus jerky, and it just falls over.
Yes. So now you see second kobold, because what you thought was a dragonborn, or maybe thought was a dragonborn, is they'll split in two. The bottom half is like a reddish brown color, while top half was like a white color, and Tots is standing there, has leather armor, has big beefy like tank shoulders and like pencils on top, from carrying his sibling around.
True support bottom.
So, after it shrivels up, he's just gonna kind of look over and kick it a little bit, and then look at his sibling. This was the dumbest idea ever.
What are you talking about? This is so. Oh, now the jacket is too big. I need you to get back in here. I can't carry this whole.
All right.
we got
it is now, there are, well, as they're sitting there talking, you hear more, and like 5 more of those little guys start crawling out of the thing, and 1 more of those thorny sort of. So as they're sitting there talking behind the top, another thorny rises from the ground and starts stalking towards them. So it's
Totally
now.
don't notice. I have like no perception.
Yeah, there's. Well, you killed every of the other one. There's now another 5 new ones because you blew them all up. But from what you've seen with Samedi, these things, the little gray guys, there's not a lot to them.
They go poof.
So now there's 2 more Thornies and 5 more of those veggie pygmies are kind of coming up all around you, but not just from the canopy this time. They're coming out of the like roots and stuff like that. And just all you hear is like, and they're like all shaking tiny little spears.
Like Murlocs from.
Yeah. They have the basic same aggro range, and they're about as annoying. So yeah. It is now. Who was number 10? Who had 10?
Oh, that was me.
That was you. Okay, yeah. It's now Goku's turn.
All right. I will. Is there a group of them? Of at least. Are they like grouped together, or are they spread apart?
Oh, they're kind of spread out all over the place.
Okay.
I mean, a couple are close to each other.
If I can find 2 close enough to each other.
Okay, yeah, you can find 2 close enough to each
Okay,
other.
and then I'm gonna just rush up to them and stab them with my spear for the first one.
Okay. Stab him with that +2 spear you have.
Woo!
Stabby stab.
Yes. It is 16.
That will hit.
Cool. And it's 1d8. That is 7 plus 6. 13.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you bisect it, and it just sort of falls to the ground.
Awesome. And for my second attack, I'll just go ahead and twirl the spear and then use the butt of it to hit the face of the one standing next to it.
Do it.
Cool.
I love spears. Spears are the best.
And natural 1.
No.
You twirl it, and you misjudge the height, and it just like whiffs over the top of the little veggie pygmy.
Whoops.
Okay. Anything else you can do?
I'm gonna go ahead and use what is it? I have my unarmed strike.
Okay.
Cool. And then I'll go ahead and use that. I think this is my bonus action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's 13 plus 8.
That'll hit.
Cool. And then 1d8 again. Ooh. 8 plus 4. 12.
All right. So you whiff, and then you just punch it in the face, and its little head just explodes, and it falls to the ground. And
Woo!
some of the other ones around you look at you and just go. All right, Tyrion.
Okay,
How would you like to decimate these poor little veggie pygmies?
so there's some little things, and there's
There's two big giant fungus salamanders.
Okay, so I'm going to use my action. I'll pull out a little bottle, and Alberti will come along and breathe fire at it. But the bottle doesn't melt. It stays cool, and the water in it boils. And it changes colour. And I drink it. Go, hot pepper tea. And I will then use my bonus action to turn around to one of the larger thingies, whatever they're called.
They're called thornies for some reason.
Thornies. And I shall breathe fire at it. So it was a potion of fire breath. It has to make a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
Would it be a disadvantage because my raven's there?
Yes, I will allow that. Wait, where did that go? I really like this D&D Beyond encounter thing. It's so easy. I like it. Okay. Damn. Okay, that's a 4. It rolled. So.
Okay.
Nice.
So you take 4d6 fire damage.
Oh boy.
Roll low, please.
So that's 16.
Okay. It's still standing.
I'm still better than ever.
Oh.
And then I'll just use my movement to sort of stay out the way. The other thing to note that Alberti also acts on my initiative, but he only takes the dodge action unless I use a bonus action to command him to do something.
Okay. So is that your turn?
So that's my turn.
All right. It is now the thorny behind little top.
Uh-oh.
So the thorny is going to leap at you and make a melee attack, and it's going to bite at you. And I'm going to say that's 18.
Ah, dang it! Yeah, that is just barely.
Okay, so you take.
No, my nice hit points.
You take 8 points. You take 8 points of damage.
No, my hit points aren't nice anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I also had nice.
I know, I saw
And
that.
then-
Ben.
The other thorny, which is close to Goku, is gonna run and take a bite at Goku,
Oh no.
which is 19 to hit.
18 hourglass. Yeah.
I rolled a 15 and a 16. That gets +3 to its things.
Ooh,
So you take 8 damage of piercing damage.
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 And then 2 of the little Vegapygmies will jump at Tyrion, and they will do 2 melee attacks, which is a 10 to hit, which probably won't hit, and okay, fine, and a 12 to hit.
No.
Okay, and then 2 more of the other ones will do little ranged attacks, and they'll throw rocks at Samedi,
How dare you?
which is 10 to hit. Oh, come on, guys.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot that I'm half rogue and I have uncanny dodge. So I
Okay.
take half the hit points? Isn't that when
Yes,
attacker
yeah,
you see
yeah,
hits
yeah.
you with an attack with a reaction, you have the attacker's damage?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you took 4
Yes.
instead. The second rock that comes at you, Samedi, is 22 to hit.
Okay, fine. Give me the damn rock.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, 4 points. You guys are gonna die next round.
Okay, so I got those 2, and then 1 more little Vegapygmy runs towards the bottom, and it saw what you did to its pet Thorny, and it's very mad at you, and it rolls a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and you take 5 points of slashing damage from its tiny little rock spear.
I mean, they're rolling well to hit. They just... they're little guys.
No, guys.
And now it is back up to the top with back up to the top.
Oh, hey!
Nice, that's good.
Um,
Don't forget, people, you have bless.
yeah.
If you have bless.
So that
But,
helps hit, right?
Helps Hilton saving throws. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So around me, there's one attacking me and one attacking my sibling, right?
There's a Thorny that came and bit at you,
Yeah.
and there's a little Vegapygmy next to you
Yeah.
attacking your sibling. Yeah.
Can I? Would you say that there's room for a 15-foot cube between us?
What are you doing?
I'll say that you're even in line with your buddy, and that these two. Yeah, no,
Because
sure,
we
why
got kind
not?
of split apart, right? And my brother even walked off of me. Like he.
Yeah, no. You
Step on the crunchy.
Well, no, because I mean, between you, there wouldn't really be anything.
Oh.
Because the thorny came in behind you, so then your bottom. Who's Tater and who's Tot?
I'm
Tater and who's Tot? Okay.
I'm Tots.
So Tot is in front, like is off to the side of you, and then in front of Tot is the Vegapygmy. So.
Okay.
So you're looking at Tot, and behind you, you were just attacked behind you.
I was attacked from behind. That's so rude.
It came up and attacked you from behind.
That's just freaking. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That's.
I mean, you could 15-foot cube the thing behind you.
No, that's poopy then. Dang it! Is there anyone like? Because everyone else is spread out. I'm gonna just turn around and stab the thing behind me. I guess.
It's got a little smoke on it still from where Anton blew fire at it.
Okay, I'll just go with that one then.
Or Tyrion, rather.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for that one then, I guess.
Okay.
There's not enough room for exciting magic stuffs. So just do stabbing stuffs.
Stabbing's fun too.
Can I use one of my advantages?
You may.
Sorry.
You're keeping track of them. I am not keeping track of it.
I can see. Just so everyone knows, everyone still has at least one more advantage. That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
An 18. And that's 12 damage.
It falls at your feet. Dead.
Yeah, take that, you jerk, you stupid!
Is it a thorny?
Yeah, it was a thorny. There's one thorny up that's on Goku. It is now. Is that your turn?
Yeah,
Tater?
that's it for now. I'm hanging out by my sibling.
You just sort of jam the blade up in its jaw, and it sort of twitches and smolders and falls to the ground.
I use my bonus action to hide behind my bottom.
Perfect.
Samedi, it is now you.
Question.
Yes.
So it's one thorny, and then there's 5 up above, being weird.
Well, they're all kind of around. There's there's.
Or the 5
4,
random.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Then in typical warlock fashion, 2 more Eldritch Blast at
Blast.
At Thorny.
Go ahead.
Please.
So let me get.
They're the beefy ones, obviously.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take them out if you can. Yeah, both will probably most likely hit 25 and 28.
Yeah.
5x disadvantage for the DM to spread
and
around.
Then, so one is, let me look at this right before I tell you the wrong stuff. 8 points of force damage and 12, so 20 points of force damage.
Okay.
Thorny face.
Okay, 20 points.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you knocked like 2 holes through it, but it's still sort of staggering back and forth.
Okay. And then,
it seems to be like losing its footing, but...
Who got hurt?
Who took... everyone kind of took a little bit of damage. Tater, Tot, and...
Cobalt.
I took a tiny bit of damage because I uncanny dodged it.
I'm okay because of Tyrion's 10 hit points.
Okay. Then,
I'm okay too.
I'm fine.
Okay, so
I'm taking damage yet.
And yeah, I mean that's my familiar will kind of do like a barrel roll towards Thorny Face in its raven form, and you swear it like gave it the middle finger, but it didn't. But he just kind of like, well, look at me, fight me. And yeah, again, whoever he just
okay.
Correct. So
bottom, Tot.
Oh
You have
yes.
the Pygmy right in front of you.
Dustin, just so
Okay.
you know, you got 5 more disadvantages to,
Oh, I'm saving those for
to
later.
dole out.
No.
That is
Who
so
is
mean.
doing this?
Anonymous benefactor, thank you very much.
Is that what that tip was for?
There was an anonymous tip of $50
Yeah, I know.
for 5 more disadvantages. Thank you
You guys are the
so
worst.
much.
We're doing
Okay.
good. Eldritch Blast,
mean-
making tea. You got to be mean.
I'm glad we're fundraising money, but like, come on. All right. I am going to use Primal Savagery,
Nice.
which is a cantrip. So I channel primal magic, and I'm going to cause my fingernails to sharpen.
I love that. Yep.
And so I have to make a melee, and I'm going to use one of my advantages because you guys are jerks. Yeah, and then we'll see what happens after the advantage. Ooh, that's pretty good. 22 to hit.
Yes.
And then it is 3d10 acid damage.
Oh, good heavens. You're good.
I'd say sorry, but I'm not. 13, 16 total acid damage onto
Yeah,
this.
as you like scratch across, the acid sort of like seeps into this little veggie pygmy, and it shrieks as the acid like seems to like react really well with whatever this veggie pygmy is made out of, and it just and he just and he melts.
Yay!
A castle of disadvantage. Jesus.
I kind of want to open the stream so I can see what that looks like, but okay. And it is melted. There are 3 veggie pygmies left, and wobbling Thorny. It is now Goku's turn.
All right. I will go ahead and just, if they're within 30 feet of me, I'll just go ahead and radiant sunbolt them.
Sure.
Cool. That is 9 plus. What is that? Wait, 9 plus 8.
Yes, that will.
17? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. And then damage. That is a 9 damage on one of the pygmies.
Oh yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And
It just-
then
It just incinerates in a radiant light. Whoosh,
and then I'll
as your
use my
Goku ball hits it.
and then I'll go ahead and turn around and then aim another one at a secondary pygmy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Cool. And that is a what is it? Plus 8 again. 8 plus 8
Yes.
plus 6.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Math. All right, and that is a 7 plus 4. 11.
Yes. So you aim towards another of these little veggie pygmies, and you're just like, "Come woo, come and yeah, a radiant sunbolt ignites that one. There is now 1 veggie pygmy left.
Okay. And then
And,
if I can I run up to the last pygmy
Sure.
and do an unarmed strike?
Sure.
Woo! All right, unarmed strike plus 10 plus 8, 18.
Yes.
Cool. And
9 or higher, and you'll kill it.
cool. I got 8. It's just,
Wow.
I got a 3 plus 4.
Okay.
Oh, no,
So-
no. Yeah, 7. Excuse me. 7.
Okay. So you punch it, and half of its face is gone, and it sort of looks at you with the other half and just goes. And it is now Tyrion's turn.
Right, so what have we got left?
There's a Thorny about 30 feet to your left. And then 30 feet straight in front of you is Goku, who punched half of the face off of a tiny little Veggie Pygmy.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the other thorny. Have we attacked this one yet?
Yeah, it's got 2 holes in the side of it, and it's sort of wobbling back and forth.
Yeah.
Because Samedi had tossed 2 Eldritch Blasts through it.
Okay.
And Nebo's distracting it right now.
Yeah, and there's Nebo as a crow. Raven is a craven. A raven is flapping in front of it, so you have advantage on it if you were to try to.
So I'm gonna start by using my bonus action to do another fire breath. So that's DC 13 Dex save.
What's the range on Fire Breath?
It's 30 feet.
Okay.
One target, 30 feet.
It rolled. This is on the thorny.
Yeah.
It rolled a modified 20.
So it takes half damage.
Mm-hmm.
So 20. So that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. Well, it had 7 hit points, so it burns into a pile of ash.
Okay. And then, so we then got
There's
another
one little Vegapygmy with half a face.
Okay, so I'm gonna move so that I can see it without hitting Goku,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna shoot at it with my crossbow. So this is a heavy crossbow that fires teaspoons. Because why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
You have the shtick and you're sticking to it.
You gotta stir things up.
The pun.
Please don't give me more disadvantage for that.
I don't think we can milk these teeth puns any further.
Right, so that was...
If only he was a tiefling.
He's not, sadly. He's not. So 17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
So
He has 2 hit points.
in that case, he's dead.
There's no way
Besides,
to
Yeah.
it's a D10.
Goku, you are standing there next to this half-faced Vegapygmy who's yelling at you and shaking its spear, and then all of a sudden a teaspoon just comes flying from his side into his head, and he just sort of right before you. And that is the end of combat. And before we take a break, you hear a groaning in the roots.
Oh.
Where that sword and hand were, and the hand sort of twitches a little bit, and then we take a break.
Okay.
Cool.
I just want to say really quick, thank you so much to everyone for all the wonderful donations and everything. We have many advantages and disadvantages many disadvantages. Dustin has a castle of disadvantages to give us right now. So that's gonna go really well.
Nice.
So
Actually, just move one of those disadvantages to everybody,
I will.
and the first thing you have to do will be at disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay.
Next time we have to do something.
Ouch.
Okay.
That's just mean.
So we will be back in a second. Thank you all so much. We'll see you in a second. Bye.
Woo.
And we're back. Hi. Thanks for being here for us. You know, we did goods. We're doing good fights and magics and things like that. And it's probably going to continue to go really, really well, I feel like. I feel good about this, you know? There's definitely no more monsters in this here forest. It's fine.
Ignore all of the disadvantages on the screen.
Yeah, ignore how many disadvantages, like, thanks, but also, why?
But also donate more and give us advantage because you love us.
Exactly.
You could do that.
Could do.
Like, for $10, you could give 2 people advantage instead of just one of us disadvantage.
Look at that.
What a bargain!
Okay. I've split it all around so we all have at least one disadvantage. Dustin, you still have several more to fiddle with, and everyone has at least one. Anton, you have 2 advantages, and everyone else still has 1 advantage to use whenever you feel like. And that's where we stand right now.
Awesome.
All right, so as you leave the battle of the Venture Pygmies and the Thornies, you hear a groaning, and the hand that you had previously saw wrapped in roots is sort of like moving about.
Samedi like almost like immediately runs over and like tentatively, but like reaches out to grab like the hand to like, are you hello?
Help! Help!
If he tries to like pull him out of,
Is he still covered in roots?
Yeah. If you want to help with a strength check, you can.
No.
LOL.
No.
If someone wants to help with the roots,
Todd will come over.
Oh, well, you can go for it.
And can I use the primal savagery and like get the acid drip on my claws again and try and claw the root away?
Yeah. I'll say that as you like claw, it sort of helps, like burn the roots away. Yeah, you don't have to roll for that.
Okay.
Yeah, you managed to help claw that out, and so as you claw away these roots, you all see, you start to see as you're pulling stuff away the garb that you recognize as a warden of the verdant expanse of Syngorn, and he looks pretty bad. He's got a lot of gashes all over the place, and
Good sir, would you like some tea? I shall feed him what I call a green chai tea. It's actually a potion of healing.
Sometimes that's what the green Chinese. That's what that feels like.
I have several potions of healing. Let's do a greater one.
All right.
Do you want me to roll?
No, it's fine. That brings him back a little bit.
Samedi also like steps over, and I hadn't described this yet because it hasn't been important. But he's a tiefling, and he has horns that are going back and kind of lift up at the end, whatever. But they look broken, and like it's broken to the point where if he were a normal person, you could like see through the horns. But instead, what's underneath is like obsidian crystal, as if all the pieces of like his natural shelling of the horns were to go away, he would have obsidian horns.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, but he reaches out and like puts his hand on the warden's shoulder, and you swear you see the horns start to glow a little bit, and he's going to use his healing light. So I'm going to use 2 of my d6s.
Nice.
Wait. Yes. 2 of my d6s to give him more health. And that was shitty. He wasn't that bad. That is 7 points of healing back to him.
Sorry, I just read Twitter and I laughed. Okay, yeah, that brings him up, and he sort of takes in a deep breath and looks at all of you and just says, oh, "Thank you. We were ambushed. We found the remains of the original party that came in here, and then we were attacked by an aberration that I've never seen the likes of. Only heard stories. I fear I'm not fit to travel. There's someone here that can help us." And he like reaches in his pocket and pulls out a tiny little wooden flute. And he's like, "Hold on," and he just goes, "Ooh, ooh, 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 And it sort of like echoes through the air as he's trying to stand up, and then you hear these little noises from around. And it's. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
I do.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Well, you
I
hear.
So.
You hear these tiny little voices.
Oh.
What? Yeah, I can hear you, Ben.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'm just making sure. Like.
So yeah, Ben, you hear this, and these little warriors start tromping down from out of the trees. They literally just like come out of the trees.
Oh.
And they look like tiny little warriors. Oh, I didn't. And I'm gonna put them up in here. 1 second. I thought I put them in here, but I didn't. Can you see that little guy?
I love them. Can they be our friends, please?
Well, they're little woad warriors.
I love them.
Adorable.
Because they're little woads, wood woads, whatever they're called. But they are little woad warriors because why not? Wood woads.
I would like to point out that they are probably the same size as Tater and Tot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how tall are they?
So these little beings they look like little stumps with arms and legs, and from the crack in the stump you just see like little glowing eyes. And they're like covered in like little mushrooms and stuff, and they just go, Granny! You see Granny? Follow us to Granny!
Who the hell is Granny?
And one of them looks at you and kind of like shakes a stick. Granny's Granny!
I blow a little bit of smoke.
So this is all in Sylvan, and so Goku.
Oh, dang it!
Only Goku understands.
Goku's understanding.
What? So then, do I just hear like?
Yeah, you just hear like.
Apparently, they want to take us to their granny.
Oh, does their granny make good food? Can we have some?
I ask in Sylvan.
Does it go well with tea?
Oh my god.
Granny has tea. Granny has food. Granny has souls. Come.
I relay that. Apparently, she has tea, food, and soul.
Oh, wait. Souls?
Yeah, it was sounding good until that souls part.
Granny protects. Come. And a bunch of them run over to the warden, and they like pick him up. And like between their little arms grow little shields, but then they all sort of like link together, and and so they're all standing up, and they've basically made a litter, like above them, and so they're carrying him on a little litter and just little tiny little train, just like. What? We sing a little wood song.
These guys are great. Can we keep them? Can they?
We're not keeping any of these.
But you have a friend.
I have an imp. These are stumps.
You say that like there's a difference.
Yeah, so you guys start traveling, and it's a long time. They take you deeper into the Mirescar.
You're no longer blessed, by the way. That's definitely gone by now.
No.
Yeah, this is you guys go about an hour more in, and like the forest just gets more and more strangled. But it seems like where these guys are going, the forest kind of parts for them, just a little bit, and you eventually get to this clearing. That the path kind of opens up into this clearing that all of the shadow and stuff is gone, and in the center of this clearing is this giant ancient stump with a little painted door, and it's painted with little flowers in like this little vine pattern. And it's just a simple little door, and it's this huge hut, and it looks like there's like a little chimney coming out of the top of it, and then all around it is like a little pretty little glade with flowers, just a simple green grass glade, and then right next to it is what looks like an ancient stone archway. With this black door on it, and it kind of looks like the top of like a castle. It's this, but it looks like it goes down deeper. It looks like it's not supposed to be like a building here. Like there's more to it down, but it looks like the forest has kind of grown up around it and made a bed around it. But it looks like the spire of a castle. But it's just that, and there's this big black door on it. And so it's this huge, it's like a football-sized, or a soccer pitch-sized glade. And in one side of it, there's this little ancient stump house, and on the other end of it, there's this black stone doorway, this ancient-looking stone, and the doorway is carved with just these. The doorway looks ominous and feels like the buzzing energy that the Mirescar gives out in general. And all the little woes come towards the little hut and sort of place the warden down and look up at you guys. I'm like, Granny inside! See Granny!
Is there any runes on the door?
Not, there's just art, there's just flowery petals and vines and stuff on that door to the stump. The dark archway thing is like way far on the other end of the glade.
Oh, okay.
Does it look like any of the blackness of the gross Maya scars in this area at all?
No, it seems like it's all being like kept away.
Okay.
I'm gonna rap on the door to Granny's hut.
You hear just sort of coming. And the door.
What language is she speaking?
Common. She speaks common.
Okay.
You all understand it.
I look at Tater for a second. I'm like, she kind of sounds like you.
Hey, what is that supposed to mean?
And the door like creaks open, and there's this figure the skin on her looks super ancient. There's this long wooden mask covering her face. It looks a lot like the Wodes, but it's got the face of what you'd recognize as sort of like a wood elf carved out of it. And it's long and skinny. It's almost like in the shape of like a tiki mask. But it's got like an elvish woman's face carved into it, and she's wearing it on her face. Like, oh, visitors! We haven't seen visitors here in this forest for so long! Would you like to come in? Would you like to speak to Granny? Would you like to speak to someone else? Granny knows many. Have you come for the darkness?
Wait, what are our options here? There's more than just one person? How many, who is the most helpful? We want to speak to that person.
All of you hear in your minds something else. A dark whispering that says, "She can't save you. She can't save you. No one can save you. She lies." And Granny like stops like, the darkness? That's the darkness. Have you come for the darkness?
Okay,
It's moving. Oh, come in. I'll tell you everything. And she like turns around and walks back in.
Sam walks inside.
So inside there is a tiny little.
Out of interest, how tall is this doorway?
It's about 4 feet tall.
Okay.
But like the stump is like huge. It looks like inside is like, but the door is only as tall as she is.
So I'm gonna have to duck,
Oh yeah.
which is very
Yeah, you all
unusual
have
for me. But there you go.
I'm 5 foot. I'll fit.
So inside it's open up into this big round room, and in one corner there's a little mattress, and all along the walls are masks, and they all have different faces carved in them. There's one that has this long face with these tentacles on it, and it's sort of painted a purple color. There's masks of elves, dark elves, wood elves, humans. You see a dragonborn mixed in there. You see creatures you haven't seen before. Like, just the walls and walls are filled with just these masks.
You see Goku's head just start turning all the way around just to stare at everything.
His body stays still and his head just like turns.
Yes, owls.
Come! Sit! And as she says sit, she raises her hands, and the wood from the floor just forms itself into stools.
Oh.
Sam actually doesn't sit, but Nebo does. He just hops over.
Is Nebo in imp form or
He's in
raven
form.
form?
Sorry, yeah, he reverted back to imp form.
Hello, friend.
Yeah, that kind of goes.
And so, like, she's like you would imagine she'd be a lot taller than 4 feet, but she's like hunched over, and like the skin on her like looks as thin as paper. She looks ancient. And the only way you can kind of tell is just like her hair is in this long gray braid, and it's sort of wrapped around her waist a couple times and like tied off. And she's got the stick and the scarf or the mask, and she's just like, Granny's been here long time. Granny fights the darkness. Have you come to fight the darkness?
Yes, we have.
Okay, sure. Yes, we've come to fight the darkness.
Yeah, there was this lady in the town and she was all like, all my people keep disappearing and I don't want to send out any more of my people to die, but you can go out to die. So we're here, hopefully not to die, but, you know, to find out and fight the thing or stop it or just figure it out or like, you know, any of those things. Can you help us with any of those things? Also, if Tot didn't get back into the jacket, I'm just dragging the frickin' coat around by myself like a 2-person sad coat.
The mask cocks.
Sorry.
The mask cocks to the side, and like she slowly like moves towards you, and she kind of like takes her hand out and boops you on the nose.
I boop her back.
Who are you?
I am, and like I like run over to Tot and try and climb on his shoulders.
I hear you.
I go back up and I readjust the coat and I'm like, I am Tater the Dragonborn.
Seen Dragonborn we have, not Dragonborn. 2 in 1. Interesting.
No, I am the great Tater Dragonborn. Fine.
Kind of flap my wings, make his coat floral.
Yes, I am the great granny. You, not a Dragonborn.
I'm so defeated right now.
Oh, mean.
Very important question. Do you make tea?
Yes. She trots over. Knew you were coming. Made your tea.
Excellent.
And the little woodwode comes out with like his hands in the shape of like a little tray, and it's got like tea on it, and it just wodes on over. Holds the tea. So, come to die? We all die. Maybe you'll survive. You speak of people who have lost their lives. I have saved some, could not save all. We will save him. I will find a way to return him. Granny can't leave here, but perhaps you can take him back. We can repair him. Mm-hmm.
How have you stayed clear of the darkness?
Darkness and me, we tied together. One with the other. Before the trees were trees.
So you're like real old.
So
Rude
does that
to
mean
call someone old, but yes.
does that mean that we need to kill you as well?
No. No. Just trying to protect this place. But the darkness is getting stronger. Granny is getting older. We cannot protect it forever. Something has changed. Something has... You see, before the forest was the forest, this place was... ancient city. Yes. Yes. I remember this city. As a tiny child. Was I a child? Don't know. It was a city. Many people here before forest was forest.
Oh.
We had many things, many magics. But that was lost. I protect. But something else has come. Something resentful.
So how do we... Yeah, forgive me, but this isn't helping. How do we fight the darkness?
Go through the door?
Oh, that big castle out there?
Yes. Go down. Go down. Hang on. I know someone who can help you better. And she walks over to the wall and like looks and looks and looks. You. And she pulls out a mask of it's a mask that you can see carved, and in it is this elvish face. And she takes it off and she kind of goes off to the side, and she has her back to you, and she takes off her mask and sets it down, and then places on the other mask, and she turns around. You come seeking the darkness.
I get it. Yes, we do.
Granny is right about one thing, that the darkness has been growing. The Mirescar has always been here, since the day the forest sprung, during the calamity. Something deep within it, that used to be a protector is now not a protector, and it seeks freedom. But what is happening now, you could probably deal with. It seems that it has been building things from the forest and whatever it can find, and this has been spreading. They recently attacked a group of wardens. I was one of those.
And I ask in Elvish, how are you and Granny connected?
I was part of a warden party who came through here, not but 2 weeks ago. We were attacked by this thing. It had tentacles. It was tall, skinny, purple. It attacked us in our minds. We fought, but last thing I remember was its tentacles wrapping around my face. And then I was here in Granny's.
Is there any way? Because now Sam is curious. He's like trying to get a read of like what kind of arcane magic is going on with these masks. Because this is not what he was expecting. He wants to know more about Granny, but specifically the mask that she's using.
This feels. Roll me an Arcana.
That's not what I was looking for. That's cocked. I promise it was cocked. And that's
I trust you.
As you throw your dice.
Right on the fucking ground, but it was a 17, so 21.
Okay. You don't really feel like arcane magic, but you being who you are, you recognize the celestial power behind what is happening here. And it seems that somehow in the brief, it's hard to explain, but it seems like these are souls that are bound to these masks.
Got it.
So it seems like she somehow put these souls in these masks, and there's hundreds of masks on the walls in here.
And the guy was describing a face with tentacles on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a tentacle face mask here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I pointed at it. It looked like that.
Yes, it did look like that.
Oh. Anybody know what that is? I have no idea what that is.
What is that?
Can I do like a nature
Someone
check
roll a
or
history?
something?
I'll roll a history. 24.
Nice.
You've heard that what those are. Beings from beyond the far realm. That's an illithid. Particularly, the one that's carved on there is an ulotharid, which you know is a big bad.
Oh.
Not a fun. They are usually like way larger than regular illithid.
Okay.
Huge, vicious, evil.
So sorry. She said it was like when that mask was pointed out to her. She said it was like that, or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what happens to us? What should we expect when we walk through these doors? Because we're wasting time, and it's time to go.
You should expect. I don't know. But whatever is at the heart of this is through that door.
Okay.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Don't worry, if you fall, Granny will save you.
Oh, tell her goodbye for us.
Like she saved me.
Very well.
And then she turns back and puts the mask down and puts the other mask on. Yes, save you. Pull you from the darkness. It is easy to do to prevent you from being corrupted. I have saved all these souls from corruption. Shall I take you to the door?
Ooh.
Tater just wants to finish their tea first. After being defeated about not being allowed to be a dragonborn, they're now sitting down drinking the tea, and I would like to try and eat the cup, please.
You eat the cup.
Success. Okay, thank you. I feel better now.
It is crunchy.
Does the floral print taste floral?
The little berries in the floor plant taste like berries.
Thank you.
No,
That's pretty dope.
And whilst you're doing this, Alberti flies and sits on your shoulder
Aw.
and nibbles at your ear. Yeah, sort of T-Dragon version of patting you on the head.
Much better. Okay, let's go to the door. Dort.
Sam pulls out another spell scroll, this time at 3rd level.
Uh-oh.
And guess what? We all have bless.
Blast time. So wait, does that hit all 5 of us this time?
All of us. This
Nice.
Hooray!
We're
The
blessed.
So Granny takes you out, and it's a long, slow walk because Granny walks very slowly to the big black door. And she has another mask with her, and it's the Illithid mask.
Ooh.
Oh.
Does the door have any writing on it?
Nope, it's just solid black.
Okay.
And it looks like it's breathing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The door.
The door.
Okay.
And so she kind of, again, away from you, takes off her mask, sets her mask down, and puts on the Illithid mask.
Ooh.
Am I able to get a peek of her actual face?
Roll me a perception.
Can I also try?
Right?
Roll a perception.
Try.
All right.
Oh! 22.
19.
I set this as a 20, and I don't know why I set it as a 20. It should have been harder.
Perception.
Probably. My passive 17, so like,
14.
there's that.
So, Tot, you get a quick glimpse, and you're not sure what you just saw, because it doesn't look like there was a face there.
Okay, cool. Little spooky.
You only get like a but where you should see like, you only like, get a glimpse of it, but where you think you would see like a facial feature, it's just smooth.
Oh.
Just before the mask goes on, and all you hear from her as she raises her hands is this weird guttural speech, because I don't think any of you speak deep speech. It hurts the marrow in your bones as she speaks it. And the door stops and parts and slides open. And she switches masks again. She's just like, good luck.
Okay.
All right.
And you just hear a whisper in your head that says, yes, Ka.
Is anyone else hearing this thing?
The darkness whispers all the time.
Okay.
Good
Cool.
luck.
Okay, so this is
Bye,
just
Granny.
normal now.
I pat her on the head as we go.
She pats you on the head. It's
Did she
disconcerting because she didn't reach at all, but you feel a patting on your head.
Oh. Ooh.
Nope.
Then
And she stops before Tater really quick and boops her on the nose again. And she says, "You may not be a dragonborn, but you're a dragon in your heart."
that's adorable.
I know that.
And that teacup will cost you 5 gold. And she wanders off.
You said we could have. Aw. Okay.
I literally, because you're still on my shoulders, I smacked your leg.
Ah.
And at that
Why
point,
we don't
I
eat things?
wave in the air and produce a teacup.
I eat it.
What?
Oh my god.
Granny's already halfway to that. Like, she's wandering off now. So you guys do you guys descend into the dark tunnel?
We get up and go home.
Before we go in, I have goggles of night vision.
Actually, all of you guys just make wisdom saves.
Oh. God.
I'm good at those.
Wait, what? Okay.
With disadvantage, each of you.
Oh.
But you
God.
also
Is
have a
this a
plus 4.
charmed effect?
You also have a D4 to use. So,
Hmm?
Is this a charm effect?
Yes, I guess.
So I get advantage to that.
So you have a straight roll then,
Okay.
because I'm using all of the
that's
disadvantage.
Horrible. Oh, that's bad. Add a d4 though. Fuck me.
Let me just tell you how I rolled a natural 20 and a 17. You jerk. But it's okay, because wisdom save, I have +7.
Okay, well, it's a
20
DC 22.
Oof.
or 24.
I failed. Don't
Yeah, I'm not
ask
even gonna
me.
bother if it's DC 24.
16.
It wasn't
22.
a natural one, but
I have negative wisdom.
So I got 22.
I got
Okay, so you make it.
18,
All right.
24.
but I do have stillness of mind. I don't know if that helps.
What does Stillness of Mind do? Remind me.
I can, as an action, end one effect on myself that is causing me to be charmed or frightened.
Okay, so you start walking down. You feel the words enter into your mind, and you're
Oh.
compelled to start walking down. But you shake it off.
Does this feel like a spell being cast?
It feels like an effect. It's not necessarily a spell.
Okay, then never mind.
So,
Then,
like,
I
not.
tried it.
It's like a mind thing,
Okay, yeah.
not really magic.
Would
No bueno.
I have a question?
Yeah.
If I had something called counter charm, would it be important to use at this moment?
If you had been playing it, it makes you
oh,
immune.
is that how it works? Okay.
It's counter trauma is like a
It's
song
like you
that
have to
you
like play a
sing.
song. Okay. Now
Okay.
I know. First time barding, not barding
Okay.
good.
So Goku starts walking, but Taylor and Taylor
Taylor Swift.
and Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift Tot. Oh, that's a great halfling name.
Oh, should I roll for my familiar too?
I mean, if you want to, but you guys start walking down the dark tunnel. Meanwhile, Tot, Tarian, and Goku, you felt the compulsion to follow, but your friends are walking at a quick pace.
Please
down
let
into
your
the-
familiar pass it so it can be like tugging on your coat trying to get you to stop, because that would be the best. It's like, no. Where are you going?
I'm looking. This is wisdom. Yeah, no, he failed.
No.
I will try to grab the two that are
Oh, wait,
being
he has
bumped.
advantage.
Well, as they cross the threshold, the doors start to close.
Okay, yep. I use my fly speed and dash it on in there.
I will
I'm-
follow behind my sibling.
Yeah, I'm running after them.
Okay, you all get in there, and the doors close behind you, and it is dark. And then slowly, along the ceiling, little mushrooms light up, and they just lead down. And the door behind you is a solid rock.
Are we still walking?
Yeah, you guys are still walking. Do you guys just follow your companions?
Follow my
Down.
heart.
I've tried to fly in and grab them, if that was possible.
Oh.
Just to stop them, just to keep them.
Okay, so you kind of have them stop then.
Okay, cool.
No, I want to go. It's calling me.
It seems nice.
What did I tell you about listening to the voices in your head?
That I should.
No.
Are we like, okay, then my question, are we like actively trying to like get there, or like are we just like
You
drunk?
want to go
I want to
down.
go. I want to go.
I think it would be good if we continue our pace, because this seems
Okay.
right.
I kind of just I flick Tater on the head. Does that work?
Does that do anything?
Do you want to do damage?
Yes.
Roll an unarmed strike.
Inner party turmoil.
my God.
Always good.
Unarmed strike. Hold on, go back to my
So,
action.
technical question.
Yeah.
Can I counter this with a Dispel Magic?
No.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
19 to hit.
I think that hits.
Oh, that
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah, 19.
hits. Yes.
All right.
All right, and a D8.
Just do a D4. Just do a D4.
D4. Okay, D4. Cool.
'Cause you're not. Yeah, you're not gonna.
I'm not trying to.
Don't
hurt.
like punch.
All right, so
you
that's.
described
I rolled a
flick.
2.
Okay, so you got. You take. Well, he's a monk though. Those flicks are strong.
Yeah, I know.
So he flicks you for 2 points of damage, and you don't feel compelled to go down anymore.
Oh, why was
Okay.
I doing that?
Sam's still compelled to go. He's still like, but it looks
Sam,
nice.
wait!
It's-
I like run up to Sam and I like bite his hand to
You
try.
take 1 point of damage, and you no longer feel compelled.
Sam, wait!
Meanwhile, my imp is skipping down.
Oh well.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, he's down there already. He's like you can't even see him anymore. He's like kept skipping.
Uh oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh well, you lost him.
Can't
call
you
him
like
back?
call him? Can't you?
Wait, hold on. I can like call
I was
him
gonna
back,
say,
right?
can't you like
and you can-
retract?
Oh, I can
Okay.
talk to you telepathically. Stop. He like uses thaumaturgy at the same time to like force.
I'll say that snaps him out of it.
I was to say, throw him in the pocket dimension for 30 seconds and then pull him back out.
Yeah, it's like it's a hard reset for your familiar.
Right. And like
You turned it off and on again.
you hear nothing for a second. I hear. "Ah!" And like, he runs back towards. He like pops right here and just stays there. His paw
Yes.
is on my shirt.
So the hallway that you're in with lit up is just covered in these huge thick vines. And it's just the whole hallway is not stone. It's just these huge thick vines that run all over the place, in and out of each other. And it looks like there was maybe stone because there's like some stone pieces, but it's just covered. Even the floor is just covered in these big thick vines, like so thick that you can just like walk on it like it's solid floor, and it goes all the way down this tunnel. And you can kind of see at the bottom that there's a lit area, and it's just a big kind of like circular grove. Not like grove, but like a chamber? Like a circular chamber at the bottom? Do you guys go down there?
Is it what kind of lighting situation is it?
It's like glowing mushrooms lit up the
okay,
back.
okay. So is it dim light then?
Yes.
Okay. Just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my goggles that I've had around my neck.
Oh nice, now with goggles.
Yeah, my goggles are nice, just boop, and there's
Oh,
this
nice.
big round.
Yeah, it makes your eyes like even bigger.
You mean an owl doesn't have dark vision?
I didn't
That's
give him dark vision because Aarakocras don't have dark vision. So.
That's hysterical, though.
It'd be funny if they did do something like that as a sub race or something like that.
Yeah.
That would
To
be
be
cool.
safe, because he doesn't know what those mushrooms are like, he's going to actually touch his 2 horns, and slowly from the tip, they're going to light up.
Ooh.
Light.
Ah, that's awesome.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
That's freaking cool.
So now it's well lit. You can just see these big, dark, thick green vines run all over the place. It's like a tunnel made out of vines,
Huh.
and then it goes down to a semicircular chamber.
Do we think that we will be mind talked to again?
Yes.
Because I could, and then
So you hear in your head, yes.
Tater pulls out what can only be described as a percussive object of some sort. It seems to be some sort of self-prepared item, and starts thwapping it in multiple and like just drumming on it, and it doesn't sound good. Like, I can do this until to make it stop.
It's like a 2-year-old playing with pots and
Yeah,
pans.
that's what it sounds like. And I'm using counter charm unless anyone tells me to stop.
At this point, Tarian is somewhat entertained, and a bunch of glass flasks appear with various levels of liquid in, and he gets a couple of teaspoons out and starts playing a tune on them.
Nebo's definitely entertained. Sam just shook his head and he kept walking.
Okay.
This
You
should stop things from getting in your head.
That is true.
This is I
It may also give you disadvantage on concentration checks.
if anyone wants to tell me to stop, I'll stop. But
So as you go down, this little musical group travels down to the chamber, and at the end of the chamber, there is nothing. And above you, the vines start to move and wrangle, and from it, the ceiling, there's like a spiral shape with the vines to a very center, and this giant brain pops out.
blurf.
Nope.
And slowly descends, and at the end of this brain are these tentacles, but vines. They're vines that are attached to it, and there's one eye opens up and looks at all of you, and then says, "You will go no further." And roll initiative.
Oh my god. Nope, I'm scared.
I don't like these vinetacles. What?
Oh, it was almost a natural 20. No.
I'm
Roll
gonna
to
use
it,
my.
too.
I'm gonna use my advantage for this.
I did.
Yeah, I'm using advantage for this too. Fuck that. And I'm not using roll 20 because you just fucked me over.
I got a natural 20. So I have 25.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, don't fuck me over. Don't fuck me over. Don't fuck me over.
So
18.
Tater 25,
Hey, thank God.
Goku 18, Sam
Sorry, I'm looking at the money. What is that? 17.
Tot
That's me. 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tyrion
13.
Okay, that's everybody there. Let me roll for this thing, which is sort of a mishmash of all sorts of things. 13. Okay, so 25.
By the way, we should have all of our disadvantages gone away.
3. Yes.
Oh, good point. Thank you.
Nope, not keeping that
No,
one.
that's helpful. Thank you for.
How many more do I have?
You still have 5 more.
5.
Because people
Okay,
have been
excellent.
really mean, but also helpful. Thank you.
Tater, it is your turn.
Okay.
As this vine brain descends from the ceiling.
Okay, well, firstly, I just want to say that I hate it.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, I just want that. Okay, good. I'm glad. And then since I was already had my percussive objects out, and I was trying to cast Counter Charm, which should stop us from being frightened or charmed, at least in that one moment. I'm then going to be like, meh, and like bang it really loud and cast Thunder Wave just at the
Nice.
at the brain tentacles thing.
Okay. So what's Thunderwave?
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. It has to make a Constitution save.
Okay, well, it has advantage on spell attacks against it. Con save?
Yes, con save.
That's a natural 20.
F you. Okay.
And a 17.
Okay, well, on a failed save, it still takes damage. Oh, wait, no. On a failed save, no. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't pushed away.
Okay.
But I was... Oh, I didn't say I was casting at 3rd level. Sorry,
Okay,
sorry, because I
that's
have
fine.
it up on my D&D Beyond at 3rd level. I just want to say.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
that's gonna be 4d8. 4d. That's a d8. And that's a d8. I have 2. I'll just do it twice. So that sucks. That was bad. That was really crap. That was not good. That was 3.
Oh.
And that's better. That's 14. 14 halved is 7, I guess. Poop.
7 damage?
Yeah, that's all it does.
Okay.
In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away. And it makes a thunderous boom audible from 300 feet.
So so it booms and reverberates off of this enclosed chamber that you're in, and some vines go flying around, but you all are just like dazed because it like just bounces off the walls a bunch. It's just like setting off a firework in an enclosed space.
Ow.
Is that it?
Yeah, and then I don't know. I'll take my roguish bonus action to hide if there's anything nearby to like hide-ish.
Okay.
You're still on my shoulders.
Oh no!
Goku.
I cower.
Goku. Your turn.
All right. Okay. I am going to go ahead and use my Radiant Sun bolts.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and attack it twice. Those.
Get at it.
One is a, what is it? 18 plus.
That'll hit.
Okay. And one's a 3. One's a 3 plus 8, 11.
That will miss.
Okay, so 1 hits. Cool. And I will take the 8. 6 plus 4, 10.
So 10 damage?
10 radiant damage, yep.
Okay.
And then I will, as a bonus action, spend 2 key points
Okay.
and use my Searing Arc Strike,
Oh.
which is essentially Burning Hands first level.
Nice.
Cool. For this one, in the 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It has advantage on that. Oh, I'm rolling so high. That is 17?
17.
Yes.
Save
have
is
a
15. Okay,
Okay,
yeah, you
so it makes a
you
save.
saved. So you'll take half as much damage.
Okay.
It's 3d6. That's 12, so you take 6 damage.
3d6? How much?
12, and then
12?
you can
Okay.
have that.
Oh, 6. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like being a DM is really complicated. I have to look at all these things. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
Sam.
yeah, and it also says the fire
Oh.
ignites any flammable objects, by the way, in the area.
Okay, well, some of the vines catch fire around it.
Okay.
So now it's a brain descending from the ceiling, made of vines, and around it, it's now coming slowly dripping down out of a flame of a ring of fire. You've made it scarier.
Oops.
Sam, your turn.
Seeing this brain, how far away is it from us, by the way?
It's about 15 feet up, coming out of the ceiling now.
Coming out of the ceiling.
Yep.
Okay. Then 20 feet. I'm trying to think. It's 15 feet from us. So I need to throw this 25 feet higher?
The ceiling's only 15 feet high.
Oh, wait. Okay. And how far? I'm trying to make this work. I'm trying to think because I'm failing at math. Basically, I'm about to fireball the fuck out of it. But I'm trying to do it in a way where we won't get hit, and I can't visualize it.
What's the radius on fireball again?
20 feet.
If you throw it against the back wall,
That's what I'm thinking.
you will just miss. Just miss.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how far. Yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen.
Okay.
So what happens though is he has some bat guano that he kind of like smears on his hand, and Nebo coughs on it, and that's where the sulfur comes from.
Oh,
And
nice.
using some kind of weird, deep, abyssal speech, he casts Fireball, but using 2 sorcery points to make it a bonus action. So cast Fireball at him, so he needs to make a dex save. Against
Okay. Well, he has advantage on that.
That's fine.
It's oh well, no, he's gonna use one of his legendary resistances to just
Tank it.
make the save.
That's fine. So that's 6, 12.
That's one of those down.
15. plus. Ooh, nice! 13, 25, 30, 31 and half. 31 and half would be
Oh, 16,
15?
15.
15 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And
All the vines around it are even more on fire. In fact, the whole back wall is now on fire. It is now descending from a ring of fire, and behind it is just fire. As the eye looks at you with a fierceness, and the brain sort of pulses and glows a little blue light.
And then when his actual action, he will then take his hands and 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay.
So do both of these. What is my spell? Okay, 18 and 25.
Those would both hit.
Okay.
He doesn't have a lot of AC because he's an exposed brain, so.
There. Where is you? Where? Okay, fuck it. Oh, there. So that's nice. Thank God. Okay, 15 plus 12, 27 points of force damage.
Nice.
And then Nebo, just kind of jumps down, and who's right next to me?
I'm gonna say Tater is right next to you.
Tater. How far is Tyrion from me?
He's probably like 5 feet behind you.
Okay, it's fine. Nebo hops over onto Tyrion's shoulder, and it's like ready to screech like crazy. Once Tyrion tries to do anything, he's again.
Gotcha. It is.
What was that?
He's giving you the help action.
Right. Cool.
So yeah. So Tyrion, it is your turn.
Right. First action is get out a nice bottle of tea. This is rosemary tea, which I drink.
Drink.
It's a potion of speed. So it gives me the effects of the haste spell.
Nice.
Which increases my armor class by 2, which I'll do in a minute. And gives me an extra action and doubles my speed.
Excellent.
I think. Anything else? And I have advantage on dex saves.
Okay.
Cool. So I use my extra action to then drink the hot pepper tea again, which is the potion of fire breath. I will use bonus action to then breathe at this brain, which is DC 13 dex save.
He makes it.
Okay, so you take half damage, which is 6. So it was 12, 6 points of damage.
Okay.
I think that's it.
All right. Well, now it's the brain's turn.
I'm just gonna up my.
Boy.
As the brain slowly finishes its descent down, it's now tentacles placing on the ground as it hovers in front of you. You hear all in a voice that just says, and I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw as it mind blasts the group of you.
Oh, that's gonna suck
Can I use
for
my
me.
advantage,
Oh.
please?
Spell. Is this a spell?
It is an ability. It's not a spell. It's a psychic blast. So it's psychic.
Okay.
Can I use one of my advantages, Dustin? Because I have a few.
Yes.
Is it intelligence?
I have a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Damn it.
Oh,
It's,
natural 20.
DC 18. DC 18. So let me know who doesn't make an 18.
I didn't make it, even with advantage.
Oh, that's so
19.
upsetting. I have an intelligence of 8 and I made it. How did that happen?
So I got a 2. I rolled a 2.
Ouch.
Okay.
So I got 10 total.
Excellent.
And now it will give you 10 tickles.
It's going to probably do that. How does this work? Yeah, that was its action. So, anyone who didn't make the save
Didn't hit me.
is now stunned and takes 20 damage.
Oh boy! And I guess because I'm stunned, I can't use my like cunning dodge or whatever the fridge that's called.
You're stunned
I'm gonna roll for
Okay.
for 1 minute.
For 1 minute?
And my imp has advantages on saving throws against magical effects.
Mm-hmm.
He did not save.
Do I? Man.
Oh, he poofs away. Imp is gone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So who didn't make the
I
save?
didn't make it, so I already took 20 hit points.
Okay, so it was just Tater and Tarian are stunned.
No, I failed. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
We're stunned.
Okay, so everyone else takes half the damage.
So 10, right?
So 10, yeah. And you're not stunned.
Even with my natural 20?
Yes.
That's fine.
10 hit points.
And then
That
it's
was a complete waste of a haste spell.
I'm sorry.
Are you though?
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, that's all it can do. It is now Tater's turn.
Nope.
I am stunned.
Wait.
You can make a save at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were up at the top.
Did
Aren't you at
Oh wait, no,
up at
sorry,
the top?
sorry, Tot.
So it's
Tot.
me.
Sorry, Tot. I missed you
okay.
completely. It's Tot's
Yeah.
turn. Because you're at the
Um,
bottom. I forgot you're at the
yes.
bottom.
Yes.
Sorry.
And I have to do this fast, and then I
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
go
yeah,
get
yeah.
my car and
Yeah.
hopefully come back. So Tot is going to wild shape
Okay.
into a saber-toothed tiger.
Okay.
And then I just closed out of the app like an idiot.
You have keen
Wait, I got
smell,
it.
pounce,
Yep. So I'm going to
bite and claw.
run up to it and claw it. Hopefully.
Okay.
Well, it's a natural 20!
Oh man, nice.
It knows! So I'm gonna roll double dice, if that's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So 4D. Aw, that's not as exciting as I hoped. I saw a 6, and then it was 1, 2, 3. So 12 plus 5, so 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay, yeah, you slash into some of the vines that are whipping around of this thing. Okay.
Your brain. And then that is all I'm going to do. I will hopefully return.
Okay.
Hopefully. But Jess has my stuff.
Cool.
Twin
So-
attacks! I'm stunned, but my twin's still here. It's like another person.
Tater, it's your turn. You're stunned, so you're at the end. You go ahead and make another intelligence
An
save.
intelligence save? Great. Because
DC
I'm
18.
super good at
You got it.
those.
People, if you need more advantage, they can donate.
Yeah, people, I still have...
You don't want to see the cute kobold
I do
die.
still have another one, so I'm gonna use another one of my advantage. So
I'm gonna kill them all.
yeah, if y'all want to help so we don't die, that'd be great. Oh, nat 20 on one of my rolls. Nat 20.
Okay, so your turn is over, but you are no longer stunned.
Cool.
Goku.
All right. So how big is this chamber we're in?
It's
Circular.
It's circular, and it's probably about, like, from where you are, 20 feet to one side there's the wall, 20 feet to the other side there's the wall, 20 feet in front of you there is the wall that's on fire. So it's like
Okay.
it's like but that would be a radius of 20 feet. You guys are kind of in the center of it.
Oh, we're in the
So-
center. Okay.
Yeah, you came down. The tunnel comes out in the center of this. It's a half circle.
Oh,
Like, so the tunnel comes out, and it's like, yeah. So you're right around you is a wall, and it was in the center of this, and it's like 20 feet across. It's a small chamber.
I'm gonna go to an opposite side. So if we're all in one location, I'm gonna go ahead and just run to one, like the right side, I'd say,
Okay.
and up against the wall.
Yep.
And then I'll throw. I'll go into the air actually.
Okay.
And so I'll be like 10 feet, 15 feet up, kind of hugging the ceiling, and then I'll go ahead and throw 2 sunbolts.
Okay. Throw your sunballs.
That is a 4 for the first one.
That misses.
4, and then 14 for the second one, which is
That'll hit.
8. Okay, yeah. And then 1d8. That is a 4 plus 4, another 8 damage.
Okay. I'll just tell you right now, like this AC on this guy is 12. So
Okay.
anything higher than 12 and higher will hit it because it's an exposed vine brain.
Got it. And then for a bonus action. No, that'll be it for me. I'll move up
Okay.
to my 2 radiant bolts.
Okay. Oh, I forget that I could do that.
No, you do not have legendary action. Don't say you have that. No.
Oh wait. Oh, can I actually, as a bonus action, you spend a key point and go with patient defense?
Yes.
That sounds good.
So on the end of your turn,
Oh boy.
it's going to do a legendary action
Oh, it won't.
because I forgot about these. And so it's going to look over at you, and its eye at you, Goku, and its eye flashes. And you feel this blast in your mind, and you take 10 psychic damage, just instantaneously.
Ow.
Ow.
Okay, and now it is Sam's turn. Legendary actions are fun.
Question for you. 'Cause I don't know how you play. Are potions actions?
Yes. To give it to someone is an action. To take it yourself is a bonus action.
That's what I need to know.
Presumably, if you want to, you can use an action to take a potion.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'd rather it be a bonus action than an action. Is what I was asking. But okay. What was I about to do? I'm sorry. Let me check something really quickly because I need to see if I can even do that. I'm so sorry. Who can use that spell? I can use that spell. Okay, good. Then I will use a bonus action to take this potion that's clear and it looks like it's kind of white and not really sure what it could be, but no one else knows. And he downs it, and all of a sudden he lifts up and flies upward. He has the potion of flying, so now he's flying. And then I'm going to read from a scroll, a 3rd level scroll, and cast haste on myself.
Oh. Okay.
So I don't have that anymore, but now, of course, 2 to my AC advantage, speed's doubled, all that shit, and I have an extra action to use. And with that action, fireballing the fuck out of him. In the back again, so it doesn't hit us. So you need a dex save.
With advantage because magic. That's a natural 20.
Of course it is. So that's 11. That's 17. 17, 27, 33, 34 minus. Let me divide it in half, so it's 17.
All right.
So let me go ahead and boost my armor class real quick.
Okay, at the end of your turn, it's going to make a tentacle attack.
A titillating attack.
A titillating tentacle attack at Tarion. Oh my god, I turned it into alliteration.
That's what I do for you.
Tarion, you are stunned, so it's an automatic hit. You take oh, that's a lot of d8s.
Is it an automatic hit? It says
Is it?
Attack rolls have
Oh,
advantage.
they have advantage. Hang on. So that's a 16 plus 7.
Oh.
Damn it!
So now you take you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're stunned, so you have, what's that do for a grapple?
Automatically fails strength and dex saving throws.
Okay, so you are grappled.
Uh-oh.
Great! Thanks.
Yay, thanks.
Now it is your turn. You may make an intelligence save to become unstunned.
You still have one advantage if you want to use it.
I know. We'll see what my first one is. What is the DC?
18.
I'm going to use the advantage. Yep.
Question before you use the advantage.
Oh.
My imp was still next to Tarion. It would have been helping him. Can you kind of smack him to give him advantage to help him?
Yeah, I'll allow that. You don't. So you still have your advantage.
Damn it, I just turned it away.
Tarion. Sorry.
Okay.
Nemo gets tried to smack the shit out of you to get you to come up.
Oh my god.
So that's 15 plus 8, so 23.
You are unstunned. But you now become unstunned, but you are now grappled in vines that are attached to a giant brain that are looking at you because everything's fine.
Totally fine.
So that's 2 legendary actions on the way. It's the brain's turn.
Oh great! That's good.
Cool.
So the brain is going to
happy.
look. The brain is going to look over at its little bird friend over to the side.
Uh-oh.
And Goku, you just sense that it is now in your mind. Oh wait, no, never mind. I can't do that. Hang on. That's what that's for. Okay, I see. I understand how this whole works. Okay, never mind. Oh, I'm gonna recharge. See if I get my mind blast back. I do not. Sad days. So it's just going to. It's how you are. Oh, because you are like what? You're up in the air, right? But the room's only 20 some odd feet.
Yeah, I was like 15 feet up. And hovering near the ceiling.
And like 15 feet away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, close to the wall as far as I could be.
Okay. So it's just within reach
Dang.
of its tentacle. So it's gonna try and do a tentacle attack at you. It can grapple up to 4 targets. Did you guys know that?
Well, we do now. Thanks for telling us.
I'm gonna burn one of those disadvantages that I have for an advantage for myself, because that's a disadvantage to you.
Okay.
So that's an 18 to hit.
Dang it, that's my armor class.
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 4 and an 11. Okay, so
Wait,
I need you to
I
make
forget
a DC 15 strength save.
DC 15 strength save. Okay. Does the my patient defense help?
Oh, what's that do again?
It gives me the dodge action.
And dodge is I have disadvantage to hit. Is that what it is?
Oh wait, let me double check.
So mine would have just been a straight roll. Dodge is disadvantage to attacks, I think.
Hang on.
Attention.
I should know this because I play a monk.
It
I
just-
wish you would
take a dodge
specify
action
what.
as a bonus action on your turn.
And dodge action is disadvantage to be attacked.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so that would have been a straight roll. So my first roll was a 4, so that tentacle would have missed.
Woo. Awesome.
Oh man.
Okay, so
You did it.
well, that's a sad round for me.
Oh.
Okay, so what do I have? What can I do? Can I do anything with the grappled thing? No. No. Well, I got my legendary actions back, so that's good. I can have all 3 of those again. Okay. It is Tot's turn. The saber-tooth tiger.
So Tot last. Did he pounce last turn or did he bite? He Yeah, he can't. It's 20 feet up in the air, right?
No, it's down. It's down on
it's
the
down on the
ground level.
ground.
It came down to attack, so it's now kind of floating. Yeah, because he attacked it before.
Yeah.
So he
He's
could-
all up in it, so then he can't do the pounce. So instead, he will do a. I'm gonna say a claw attack.
Okay.
So that's not good. 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh!
12. Remember, 12 is
Oh,
the AC.
Okay, sorry. So that's 2d6 plus 5. So that is. Actually, I'm gonna use this green one for him because he's a. Yes. That is 8 plus 5, 13. 13 damage.
Okay.
Slashing damage, if that makes a difference, because it's doing a like.
No.
Round, kitty round.
Ring.
Yeah, he's doing a round.
Okay. Yep. There you go.
He definitely makes that hissy noise.
Okay. Now it is Tater's turn.
I guess he's all up in it, so he's not gonna back up off it.
Get up off of that brain. Scratch it, you'll feel better.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I assume he wants to stay there. So then, actually, cause my brother is all up in it, can I sneak up behind it and do a stabby stab?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
Do you want to use your sneak attack damage?
I do want to use my sneak attack damage because I've never gotten.
Sneak attack that brain.
I've never gotten.
Stab it, you'll feel better.
Okay, so I want to use a sneak attack. So that's.
Okay.
Let me find. Yep. Whoop. That's fine.
Oh, what are
It's
you
fine.
doing over there?
It's fine. Do I still have the D4 from Bless? And does that work for this? Does it work for attacks or no?
We still, for attack rolls, yeah, we still should be blessed.
Okay.
Is Bless concentration or is it?
Bless is concentration.
Oh, that's good to know.
I have advantage against concentration, so try me. Against, having to maintain concentration.
Oh, it was okay. I rolled a. I don't need to use the bless because I rolled a 14 plus 8 is like 22 to hit.
22, yeah.
22 to hit. I beat someone at math. I feel good about myself now.
Yeah, these all work together now.
Sorry.
This is...
So, and then sneak attack. So that is 1d8 plus 4. That's 8 damage plus sneak attack damage, which is 3d6. So that's 14 more damage.
Oh, nice.
And that's oh yeah, that's just my sneak attack damage. And then can I also use my psychic blades, which is a special thing I can do when I hit with a weapon attack. And I use my bardic inspiration. Sure. So that's 3d6 psychic damage. I hope you were recording all of this because I was not.
I have been.
11 psychic damage, please.
11 psychic damage.
I feel like I did not bad that turn. I feel good about myself. And now I would like to disengage and run away, please.
Live that rogue life.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do, please.
Yeah. That seems fair. Okay.
Yep, so I've...
Okay.
Yep, that's what I've done. That's
All right, at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to make a tentacle attack at you.
No!
That's a 14.
To hit?
Yes.
Does not hit. Wow, I like jump up and like feel like it's like a jump rope. I kind of jump over that tentacle. Get out of here.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Goku, your turn. Goku.
Shoot. I was gonna. All right. How close are the two siblings there?
I would have run away a decent bit, but my brother would still be on it.
Yeah. Tot is like right in melee with the.
Todd is in melee with it because Todd
And
was
I'm grappled.
I have an ability that does, what was it, the 20-foot radius? My god, it's big.
That's everybody.
20-foot radius is large.
Yeah.
I think it would fill up the entire room.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a thing.
Okay, so I will go ahead and land on top of the brain.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Because you're flying, you
And
like drop
jet.
down.
Yeah, and then I drop my spear into the top of its head.
Okay, make a melee attack.
Okay.
It's not gonna like you after this. That's for sure.
It's going to be, what is it? 3 plus 10, so 13.
That hits.
Woo! Okay, so 1d8. 4 plus 6, 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead as a bonus action, use my unarmed strike.
Okay.
That's going to be a 2 plus 8. That's 10. Dang.
10?
So I missed. Yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action, and it's going to reach a tentacle up towards you to attack you.
Yep.
Stupid thing.
And you're not patient defensing or anything like that, and I'm going to burn one of my disadvantages.
Oh boy.
I still have some for advantage on the attack.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I keep rolling a 7 with this dice. That's not fun. God damn it.
You were talking
7
about
was
how
the
you had
highest I
great
rolled.
rolls earlier.
I know,
so...
I was doing fine now. Now I'm mad at it. That's 14.
14 armor class, right?
Yes.
18. Miss.
Okay, fine.
Nice.
Fine. Whew. Fine. Fine.
Deflected with my wing.
Sam, it's your turn.
Okay. As a bonus action, I will cast. Let me think. Do I want to do it there? Do I want to? Is it worth it? Let me work it. Yeah. As a bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon at 3rd level.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What's going on? Stop! Fucking D&D Beyond, stop. Okay. I'm trying to read it. And that is at... Am I doing it at 3rd level? Yes, okay. At 3rd level, and what appears is like a battle axe in a way, but the blade is like serrated and almost looks like a feather, like feathers of a wing. But you can't tell if it's like celestial wings or abyssal wings. It's somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Basically, it's the wings of his patron,
Ooh.
who is also his heritage. Long story. Anyway,
Backstory.
Or drop.
and I'm going to put that right like next to the brain.
Okay. You can get a free attack with that when you summon it, right?
I do. So using that good old melee spell attack, that will be a 15 to hit. So,
That hits.
So that's 2d8 now plus 5. I need my D8s. D8 in the building. Okay, so that's 14 points of force damage. And then, as a regular action, I will cast Guiding Bolt from where I am at second level.
Okay.
Using one of my slots to do that. So that's another spell attack. Fuck me over. Oh, yay! Okay, that's definitely gonna hit. That's 29.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's 5d6, and the next attack against him has advantage.
Nice.
Oh, that's kind of shitty. That is 13 plus... God damn it! 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, that's all I can do.
at the end of your turn, it's going to use its last legendary action for the round and attempt to make a tentacle attack at you. How many disadvantages do I have?
You
Yep.
still have 4.
Okay, I'm going to use another one for advantage.
Okie doke.
Well, there's an 18 and a 14, so 20 something.
20 what? That's important.
18 plus 7 is
25.
25.
25.
You got lucky. You got lucky. About to shield the hell out of you. It hits.
Okay, so you take 20 bludgeoning damage and make a strength save, a DC 15 strength save.
You said 20 bludgeoning?
Yeah, 20 bludgeoning.
Okay. Screw you. Oh, I have nothing to my strength. So you said, what am I beating?
15.
I'm scared. Oh, it's not a 1. It's a 2.
Oh!
All right.
Okay, so you are grappled.
So am I just like in the sky grapple? Get like, ah!
Well, like wherever you were, it reached out and
Okay.
wrapped you in a tentacle.
Okay, so that means I can't move, correct?
Yes, you can't move. It has you. Your speed is 0.
That's fine. I'm not mad.
You can still do like attacks and stuff.
Yeah, I
think.
mean, I'm a spellcaster, so wrong person. Boom.
All right. So Tarion, on the start of your turn, you take 9 damage from being grappled.
Oh.
Okay.
And you can make another save or do.
Wait! I'm so sorry. I was hasted. I got another attack. He's about to guiding bolt the hell out of you.
Okay, that's fair.
No, he's not. He's about to Eldritch Blast the hell out of you. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
You had a haste potion, right?
Just before the tentacle comes to wrap you, you get another shot off.
Okay, good. They both are gonna hit. They're both over 13.
That's fair.
So that's 2d10. Well, it's yeah. Okay, so little 7. So that's 24 damage of force damage.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Right. I don't need to do a saving throw because I'm not stunned. I'm only grappled.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean saving throw. I just meant you can either break the stun or break the grapple is what I meant.
Right.
Or do whatever you want to do.
Okay, so I'll start by using my bonus action to breathe fire.
That's fine.
So a dex save, please.
With advantage. Natural 20.
Okay. So
This dice is mean to me, but also nice to me. It's very.
So that's 12, so you take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm then going to use my hasted action to
Mm-hmm.
make a potion of superior healing,
Oh, nice.
which is 8d4 plus 8, and unfortunately I've only got 1d4, so it's going to take a while.
You could do it in roll 20.
That's a good point. That's a good
Because
point.
if you go into the over
Right.
to the d4s, you can do multiples,
Right.
or like the advanced dice roller. Yeah, there you go.
Plus 8.
Oh,
28.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Some good rolls in
28.
there.
Heal.
oh
That
that's-
is much better. Much better. Right, and then I'm going to use my standard action to cast at 3rd level a Ray of Sickness.
You have advantage because of guiding bolt, or is that just attacks?
It's a spell
Is that
attack.
melee attacks, or is it spell attacks too? I think I'll give you advantage. It's fine.
Okay. Right. So that's 20 to hit,
Okay, that hits.
and because it's at level 3, that's 4d8,
Okay.
which I'm just going to do in here. Yeah, just 4d8. So that's 15 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And I can't move, so that is my turn.
All right.
Really quickly, to be fair,
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh my dice.
what do I need to roll to maintain concentration? 'Cause I definitely got
Oh, what did I hit you for? 20? 20? So half of that. Wait. Half of that is 10 plus, so you have to roll a 20 or higher.
Okay. I do have advantage because I'm a warcaster.
Is that right, guys? It's 10 or half the damage, which is, well, no. Wait. I forget how concentration works.
I don't know either. That's why I really don't know. I've never really had to deal with it.
I only had to deal with it a couple times and I forgot what it was, so.
Looking it up. The DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher.
So it's both 10.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
10. You have to beat 10.
Okay. And I'm still blessed, so I'm gonna add my d4s to those. Haha. Try me not. So, first one, so I'm not screwing myself over. And oh, I'm probably gonna be fine. Natural 20.
Natural
Nice.
20.
Literally natural 20.
Nice.
I didn't even roll the second one yet. And I also have a +8 to my con save, so I'm good.
You're...
So we still blessed. Be blessed.
All right. Tyrion, were you done? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, you healed
Okay.
and you poisoned and...
So,
Yeah.
you're on my brain, Goku?
I am. I am on top of your brain.
Let's see if I get my whatchamacallit back.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I rolled a 5, which means my Mind Blast returns.
Oh, great.
Cool.
So,
Good thing to come back to.
It's going to look over, well, so 60 feet of me.
Just everyone.
Well, except Goku, who's on top of my head, so I can't get him.
Woo!
So, intelligence saving throw. Because you notice that there's a lot of, like, green, like, vine, like, chlorophyll leaking out of the vines. The brain is, like, doing this, the pulsing that it was having is getting weaker and weaker. It's definitely, fighting for its life now.
Is it on fire yet?
I mean, things are falling around it on fire. It's not on fire, but there's a fire that's slowly spreading along that back wall.
No, I'm taking a picture of this. I have not touched this dice.
I trust you, Omega.
Oh, okay. I
It was a
retain
natural
my
20.
intelligence. That's what I had to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. All mind
Um,
stuff you retain. It's the physical stuff that changes.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
What
My last
do
one.
we have to make?
The intelligence 18.
So,
18.
we
you
have,
said
so if we got
Goku
18,
didn't have to
we
make one, right?
passed.
Yeah, you've made it if you make 18 or higher.
I've got 18.
I got a 19.
Oh. Okay, Becca, you used your advantage?
No! No! I'm supposed to be winning!
Mwah!
Just don't let me down.
I still have one advantage. Do I want to use it? Do you want to impose disadvantage on me, or?
I do want to impose disadvantage on you.
Why would you ask?
Because
Whoa,
we
whoa.
have so
I
many,
forgot,
and
no,
I
I
feel
forgot
bad.
that I had that. I couldn't use it on all of you.
He's got a
The
lot
problem is
on
there's so many
his
things-
brain mind, including an Eric
Ah.
Kokra. Like,
Oh, quite literally, yeah.
oh damn, the first roll was an 18. That would have been good.
Oh.
The second roll was a 17.
Oh.
Plus my int save is +5, so 22.
Gosh, dang all of you.
22.
Okay.
But you used one of your disadvantages.
Well, there goes its mind blast. That's sad.
Oh.
That's upsetting.
Poor-
None of you,
Poor baby.
none of you get to take 30 damage.
Oh, so I barely have that left. Can I just say I'm a
Okay, Tot's turn then.
Oh, welcome. I'm back. Surprise.
Oh, but I get all my legendary actions back.
Ah.
Stop it.
Boo.
Stop it.
Rude. Jess, have I taken any damage as Sabertooth Katie?
Not yet.
Oh,
Never
okay,
mind.
cool. Then I have 52 temporary hit points. It's fine.
Yeah, you're doing.
So,
Sweet.
Dusty, did we take any damage from that mind blast?
Oh, I guess you would have taken.
Oh yeah, we still take half, don't we?
Do we?
You did something
It
like that
doesn't-
last time, didn't you?
Well, I know, but like, now I'm reading it and it doesn't say you take any on a failed.
It doesn't say on the
Save.
fail
Oh,
they take half as much.
No.
Okay.
So I guess
Okay, so we're all
I
good.
messed up first.
That's okay though.
So yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
We were
Yay.
surprised by it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know to steal your mind
now
against
we
it.
know
so.
it's
That was good.
Tot's turn.
Okay. I am going to chomp as no,
Saber Kitty?
sorry, slash. I'm
Scratchy scratchies.
Yeah, scratchy scratchy.
Scratch, scratch.
Okay.
Scratchity, scratch, scratch.
I'm gonna give you disadvantage on the attack.
Ouch.
sorry. You only have one left
Oh,
after
yeah.
that, Dustin.
That's fine. I just want to use them because.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I get pack tactics though.
Yeah, you do. Wait.
Hey.
Yeah.
I still get it from the kobold because all of the with wild shape.
You get to keep that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you retain the benefit of any features from your class, race, or other source, and can use them.
I was also a kobold druid, so yes.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Look, so you know what I'm doing,
I do.
and you allowed it to happen anyway.
Because
Um,
fun.
So I'm going to claw. So that just negates your disadvantage, right?
Yes. So just straight roll.
Okay. Heh. No lie.
You come on.
No lie.
Get out of here.
Like, wait, you ready for this? Watch this.
I like that
Oh.
we're going on a trip together
we're
here.
moving.
Yep.
You see that?
You can
Ah,
fully see it.
All right. Give me your damage.
Yeah.
Really wanted to kill one of you.
Awesome.
We're getting a lot of natural 20s, and I'm not
Alright.
at all.
All my natural 20s have been on saves. Which is
That
a win.
4d6 was way better than the last one that I had before I left. That is
I have
18,
Oreos.
21 points of damage. 2 6s, a 5, and a 4.
I don't like it.
I don't like you.
Yeah, 21 points of slashing damage as this saber-toothed tiger just comes across and just slashes
Okay.
at this gooey, gushy brain.
This brainy boy.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, and now right in front of
Legendary action.
Aww.
Yep.
I am going to swing out a tentacle to attack you.
Ew. Don't do it.
That is 15 plus 7 is 22.
Yeah, my AC as a saber-tooth is 12.
Okay, so
Which is one better than Tot's regular armor class, might I add.
you take 20 points of damage,
Ouch!
and I need you to make a strength save DC 15.
Okay, and that's as
Kitty cat.
the
As
cat.
a cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your strength is still
So I have a plus 4,
Yeah.
because my strength is 18,
Yeah.
so it'll be whatever plus 4.
exactly.
Oh, dirty 20.
Okay. Well, you are not grappled,
Hooray!
and I am sad.
Strong
Okay.
kitty!
Tater, it's your turn.
And me. So, question: how big is this big boy? Because you described him as taking up the ceiling. Like, is he?
He is technically a large creature, so he takes up a lot of space.
Okay. So if I
Has anybody?
Sorry.
Has anybody attacked him since I hit him?
I just did now.
I did.
Yeah, everybody.
Who's hit so far?
I used the spell attack.
Did anybody use the advantage from guidance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Thank you.
I was to say I got a 20.
I made sure that advantage was done
Yeah.
for Tarian's attack.
Thank you.
Is he bigger than a 5x5 cube? Let's say.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to put in the boy a sword cube.
In the boy.
In the brain boy, I would like to put a cloud of daggers,
Okay.
which I am casting at 3rd level. I just want to say that so that it is known. And it says you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube of 5 feet, centered on a point you choose. So I want to put it in the boy, so it doesn't hurt the burb on top of the boy, away from the burb boy, and away from the cat boy. So and it sort of stays there, and it's one of those things that if something stays in that area, it keeps doing things on the next turn. So if he's going to stay.
So there's no damage right now.
You fill the air spinning daggers. The creature takes 4x4 slashing damage when it enters the thing or for the first time.
So when I start my turn.
Yeah.
Or the first time you cast
Yeah.
it.
And then like if it,
So
if
takes-
it ends its next turn on it, like after.
Okay.
But I'm casting at 3rd level, so it is 64. So.
Okay.
That is 8 and 20 damage. 20 sword, 20 ghost sword damage.
Whoops.
20 ghost daggers to the boy.
Accidentally cleared it. How many hit points did it have? Shoot. How much?
20 ghost dagger damage.
Gross. Okay.
Okay.
And it stays there. It stays there.
Yes.
Stays. And I think that's it for now.
Okay.
Because I don't.
Legendary action.
No!
Oh boy.
It's gonna attack you with a tentacle for a 19 plus 7, 26.
Oh, that absolutely hits.
Oh no.
You take 20 points of damage and give me a strength save.
Wait. Uncanny dodge.
Wait.
So you take 10 points of damage.
Okay, and then I do what?
And make a strength save at disadvantage.
No strength. I'm not strong. I'm just the head. I'm the speaky piece.
You're the top. You are
I'm
not
the
bottom.
top.
I'm burning one of my disadvantage for
this
disadvantage.
is a strength save, right? I
Yes.
have -1 to strength saves. I rolled a
Okay.
7, and then I rolled
Bless is still up.
and then I rolled a 6. Oh, I think.
+4.
Okay.
Plus
plus four.
D4.
But
D4.
6 minus 1 being 5 plus a D4, I still don't think it's gonna make it.
No, probably not.
You are now grappled.
I'm a ouch!
Who do I have grappled? I have Becca.
Nope.
Nope, you don't have
Bam.
Becca.
I have
Me.
Tyrion.
Yep.
And you.
Sam is grappled too.
Oh, and Tater and Sam. Okay, I can grapple one more person.
Also,
You guys all did really. What the heck?
Oh
delete
yeah,
that.
Becca. A lot of us.
Disadvantage. He's done.
Apparently, you're all stuck to the tentacle
Oh, yeah,
monster.
the
Okay.
disadvantage. Thank you. That's right. You used that last.
Oh,
You have no
remember that.
more. No more.
Okay. So now it is. I have one legendary action left. It is Goku's turn. On my brain.
All right.
Love on my
I'm gonna jam down with 2 spear attacks.
Rude.
How dare.
Okay, so one is a 16 plus 10, 26,
Yes.
and then a 23.
You know that will hit. You know both of those will hit.
I'm just announcing it.
I feel 20 hit,
So-
yes. The 25 hit, yes. The 31 hit, yes.
All right, and then okay, the first attack is going to be 5 plus 6, 11,
Okay.
and then the second attack is going to be 4 plus 6, 10,
Okay.
and then for that attack, I'm gonna spend a key point and
Yes.
try using Stunning Strike.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
It's not necessarily magical.
No, but as a legendary resistance, I can make a.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 1, so I'm going to use my legendary resistance to make the save.
Okay,
Oh.
the save.
Boo.
Yay, legendary resistances! I am not stunned.
All right, and then I will go ahead and smack him with my unarmed strike for my bonus action.
Yeah, no problem.
What's a stunning strike the bonus action technically?
The stunning strike is when I
It's
use
a
a
key point.
weapon attack, I can spend a key point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
if you attack, you can spend a key point and stun.
I'm still learning, monks.
Yeah, and then for this one, it is what is it? Unarmed strike. It's 8 plus 4, 12.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, that just hits.
yeah, and another. Ooh, that is 8 plus 4, and it's 12 damage.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes, I am.
It's mad at you, legendary action.
You're the worst.
I'm going to tentacle you,
Oh God.
you dumb little bird. Yeah.
Shink.
Oh, that is 19.
Yeah. You got
Make a. You take 20 points of damage
20 points. Okay.
and make a DC strength save. 15. DC 15 strength save. I can never say that
Strength
in the
save.
correct order.
Strength save.
That
wait,
thing
20
that you need.
damage and strength save. Come on. Strength. That's 17.
Oh, you little flighty little bird. You make it. You are not grappled. Darn it. Okay. Sam's turn.
It's kind of quiet, at least where Sam is, and you just hear like this really like maniacal laugh, like that abyssal him is starting to come out, and all of a sudden he just poofs away for a second. Then I just used Misty Step, motherfucker.
Noise.
Move 30 feet on the other side of the blob of brain as a bonus action. So no longer grappled. Try me not. And when he appears, he hits him with 2 rounds of.
Okay. Before you did manage to poof away, you did take 9 damage at the start of your turn for being grappled.
Okay, so do I need to make a contact?
No, it's just a 9.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I'll let you Misty Step away.
Take that 9 damage. That's fine. But then 2 rounds of Eldritch Blast, so it's gonna be 4 in total for this action and hasted action.
And like an artillery gun of.
Yep, he's
Eldritch
mad.
Blast.
You killed his imp.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
What am I doing right now? Oh, spell attacks. What's my spell attacks? Okay. One's a natural one. Another one is a 17, so 27. to hit.
Okay. Well, jeez.
And then I'm gonna do the other two right now because they're all getting hit. They're all hitting.
I made you guys too high a level. I should have made you lower.
They're
I don't know what you're doing.
They're all gonna hit. It's
Killed you
16
all.
and 17 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's 3 Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
So that is going to be
Eldritch
10 plus
Blast.
13 is 23 plus
Oh, good lord.
Yes, Warlock.
35 points of force damage.
I really dislike you. Okay, this thing's looking kind of rough. Kind of rough now. The pulsing's like really slowing. The tentacles are flailing around. You hear a scream in your mind. It's Tyrion's turn. You are grappled.
Action good.
No, I used them all. I don't have any more.
Until
Until my next turn. Tyrion, it's your turn. You are grappled. Take 9 points of damage.
Okay, 9 points.
All right. If you want to break free, you can break free, or you can do your things that you can do while
I'm
grab.
going to use my hasted action to take out another potion and pour it all over myself. And I have an oil of slipperiness,
Oh no!
Oh no!
which essentially gives me the freedom movement spell. So I can now spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from any non-magical restraints,
Oh,
including being grappled.
how wonderful for you. Okay. Do you squeeze through? For fun's sake, let's just say you pour that all over you, and as the tentacles are wrapping around you, it squeezes, and you go poof!
Nice.
Pop right out.
And for flavor's sake, I'll say you land on your feet with a nice smile and a wink at everybody.
Fantastic. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use the third of the 3 charges of fire breath. So that's a dex saving throw, please.
Okay. 15.
That passes. So that's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
So it was 16 halved.
It burns a couple of the tentacles a little more as there's like ooze coming out of cuts and wounds, and you hear another mental scream in all of your minds.
And I now have an action. So I'm gonna cast another ray of sickness.
How rude.
How rude.
Very rude.
So does 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that was at 3rd level again.
Of course.
So,
Of course.
4d8. Ah, that's rude. 9 points of damage.
Oh man, I'm getting very close to the sadness. Okay.
To the sadness.
Is that all I can do? I'm gonna run to the edge of the chamber.
Okay.
Does that get me out of range of the tentacle attacks?
If you run up the hall, you'll get out of the range. The tentacle attacks can hit anything in that chamber.
Okay, I'll stay where I am then.
What's the radius of the chamber again, Dusty?
It's from the entryway. It's 20 feet in any direction from.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
20 feet.
From the hallway, it's 20 feet everywhere.
Got it.
Like I said, there's a small enclosed space because I wanted fun things to happen.
Yeah.
Not nice.
Of course you did.
It's a one shot. Okay, it's my brain's turn. I rolled a
it.
I don't like this. I did nothing to you. I just blast you in the face. Come on.
It's mean.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. It's last ditch effort.
Uh-oh.
One more mind blast. Everyone. Intelligence saving throws.
I'm using my last advantage.
I'm using
I
my
am-
last advantage as well.
Yeah.
I am also using my last
Good
advantage.
plans.
Last
Yeah.
One of you.
D4, and I believe this is probably the last round of Bless.
Random question. Would I still have the Bardic Inspiration, or was that from the first fight?
Oh, that was from the. It would have been gone by now. I
Yeah,
think.
it was
Okay,
the first
that's fine.
fight, so it's
I just
gone.
thought
It's only lasts 15 minutes, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oof.
Ah,
Oh, thank God for advantage.
the
What is
dice
it?
giveth,
Intelligence?
and the dice taketh away.
Oh no, what did you get? Why, Becca?
Oh no.
There's no middle ground. It's either one or the other. So,
I got 19.
So it's intelligence saving throw, right?
ouch. That's gonna hurt.
14 plus 2. That is 16.
You fail.
I failed too.
Even with
How many-
advantage, both of you?
Yeah,
I got-
the other one with the 2.
Huh.
I rolled 12 2 times.
So, how many people got an 18? Did anyone get 18 or up above? So just Tyrion and. Oh wow, nice. Okay, so everyone else is takes. Let's see. Let me do that's just the roll thing.
Oh no.
Are you gonna knock me out of my Sabretooth form? Because I'm gonna be pissed.
We got
You still have a
5d.
whole nother form.
It's
You're not
5d10
wrong.
5d10?
plus 5.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
2. That's 5. That's
Here we go, boys.
Well, I'm just gonna do this and roll 20 because
Yeah.
it's easier.
Are you cheating?
Yeah.
Are you cheating us? No. Use those rolls. I heard a 2, I heard a 5.
Oh no, let him
Okay.
roll 21, it's bad.
That's fine.
You take 19 plus 5,
Oh, yeah,
so
19.
19 points of damage.
Good. I'm still in.
That's even worse than what I was rolling because I rolled a 7.
Alright,
On one of
so
So it's
10 or what?
So 19 points.
10 or half.
No,
Yeah.
10 or nothing. It's
No, I meant for his
Concentration check. It's
10 or half.
or half of 19 if it's greater. No, so you're fine because it's 10. Is it half of 19 is
Alright.
Eh.
Oh my god!
9.5.
yeah, and then
Ooh, hold on. Hold on.
did you take?
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Need to read something really quickly. Okay.
can add con to it, I think.
Oh, okay, I was looking at the wrong one. I'm still fine, but it was still bad. And just for shits and giggles, I do have. That's a saving. Is that the other save? Okay, yeah, I'm fine. My highest is 18.
okay.
There you go.
Oh shoot.
So
I
you're
rolled a
good.
6 and a 5, so that's what I'm saying.
I just-
It was almost bad.
I just updated the D&D Beyond app and looked at like pretty much everyone is in like the yellow or red.
yeah.
Okay, so Tot, you're stunned. Right?
Is that what happens if I fail that save?
Yes, you're stunned. You're
Then yes.
incapacitated. Okay, so you can make another save at the end of your turn. So your turn is
Okay.
wasted. You don't get to do anything.
Well, that's mean. How rude.
How rude.
Oh, but I got my legendary actions
Oh
back.
my gosh.
Also rude.
So you can roll again if you get 18 or higher. You can be unstunned.
Nope. I rolled a 12.
Okay,
So still stunned.
I am going to legendary action.
Don't do it.
You feel my presence. You feel the presence of the brain enter your mind.
Oop.
Wait, whose?
Yours.
Mine? Uh-oh.
I keep forgetting to do that. Shit. Sorry.
Oh wait, no, not yet. You don't feel that yet. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna tentacle you.
Wow, how rude.
Yeah. That's a 17.
Yeah. My AC
Okay.
is 12.
So you take 20 points of damage.
Ow, I am no longer a Sabretooth.
Oh. Well, you're still the only
I am back to Kobold.
you're still the only one with like in the green.
Okay. Tater's turn.
Okay, so I'm grappled, right?
You're grappled.
Uh-huh. But it's sort of like
so you
it's
take
just
9
wrapped around my middle, right?
Yeah, it's just wrapped around. Yeah, and so you take 9 points of damage.
Rude!
On the start of your turn.
Does it take my ghost damage? Ghost blade? Ghost dagger damage?
Or does that happen every time it attacks you?
No, it's like
it doesn't
once
start
around,
turn.
once around if it doesn't move, basically.
Right, I forgot about the cloud. So how much damage was that?
It's 6d4. It was 20 if you're keeping the same roll. Unless you want me to re-roll it.
No, re-roll the damage.
Okay. Can do. Can do. Yeah, it's 64, so...
That's a lot of d4s.
Yeah, I don't even think I have that many. You know what? I'm gonna do it in roll 20. I'll make everyone a bit easier. D4. $64.
Oh, I forgot to switch the music over to the creepy
Oh my
music.
god, it's perfect nat ones and nat 4 like 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. It's 15.
Wow.
That's weirdly perfect. It looks like a Christmas tree. It's just green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red.
How much was that?
15 damage, please.
Okay.
Does the type matter? Or no?
Yeah. So.
Oh, no,
okay.
doesn't Good? Good?
Yeah, that's looking real rough there.
Okay. So then I'm going to try a thing. I'm gonna take out a feather and try and tickle it. I'm trying to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Oh, I was like, well, where are you going with
Okay,
this?
so what does that do?
Does that work on a tentacle creature?
Well,
It's a
I
wisdom
mean,
save, I think.
yeah, I choose to save it. I use my last legendary resistance to save it.
No.
But it's so fun. Tickle, tickle, tickle. You want to laugh.
Yeah, you you think you hear whispers of laughter, but it's not the laughter you were hoping for.
God damn it. That's rude. That's just rude. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then... Oh, gosh. So that takes up my everything then, because I can't... Poop! Fine, be that way. Whatever. That cancels out what I was planning to do. That's it then.
Is that all you can do? You don't have bonus
because I'm grappled, right? So I can't like run away. I can't hide or dash or like I don't think I can do any of my cunning action, dash, disengage, hide. I can't do any of those things. Right? Right? So.
Yep. Okay, so at the end of your turn, it's gonna do a legendary action.
Rude boy.
And it's gonna swing tentacle. Wait, no. Yes, no. Yeah. Tentacle at who do I have up? Just gonna roll it deep. 1, 2. Am
I the only one that's grappled right now?
Did you just roll me after I said not me?
Yeah, I rolled you, and I just went down the line. Yeah.
Dang it.
So
that's fair.
That's a 23.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that hits. My AC.
Okay, you take 20 points of damage.
Ouch! Now I'm hurting.
Rude.
Okay, Goku, you're stunned.
I am stunned. So
roll an intelligence save and see if you become unstunned.
Intelligence save.
But that's the end of your turn.
Oh no, Goku!
Or
Shit, I'm still stuck.
Which it's fine with because you were up there poking it a lot.
I was. What? 16 plus intelligence of 2. 18.
Ugh.
You made 18?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, so you're
I got
unstunned.
18 exactly. So.
So you make the save. You're unstunned, but that's the end of your turn.
Okay.
Oh man.
Legendary action, last one of the round. It's gonna try and attack you, Goku.
Eh.
It's very afraid of you. Oh, 19 plus 7, so 26.
It hits. That hits.
Oh, Dustin,
Okay.
stop!
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
No!
No, are you really?
I am. I had 13 hit points left.
Where are you
Well,
located?
shit.
Okay. Sam.
So I have a question, and this
Yes.
this is very important. There's something I want to do, but the spell, I'm not going to tell you what the spell is yet. The spell in the wording says it's a spell that is going to be a certain amount of feet long and 5 feet wide, and each creature in that line must make a dex save. I'm trying to hit him, the brain. Will I hit Goku too?
So you see the tentacle whip up, like Goku comes out of the stun, and then this tentacle comes and whips up and hits him, and he flies across and down along the ground and rolls and doesn't get up.
Okay, well, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on him.
Okay.
At second level. So that, and also, I have a thing that I haven't been using, so I'm gonna see how this works out. I'll tell you if I use it or not.
Okay.
2d4 plus 5, 4, and no, I won't use it because that's actually fine. So 12 points back to him.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
to Goku? Okay, Goku, you're back up with 12 points.
And then with my first action, I'm going to Eldritch Blast twice at this thing.
Okay.
Whew, oh, that's so fine. 25 and 18.
Those hit.
So that's 10, that's 24 points of force damage. And then he's mad.
What, 24 points of force damage?
Yeah, does it kill him?
Yeah. How do you want to kill this giant brain?
Nice.
Woo!
So you know what? I'm gonna say all this happened at once because I want the theme of it, and I will even waste a fucking spell slot to do it.
Okay.
So like as he's throwing those Eldritch blasts, before they even hit him, he takes some fur that he has in his pocket, and like a rod of glass comes out, and he just lightning bolts the fuck out of him.
All right.
Yeah.
Works with like lightning, just to fuck him up. But that's what he's gonna do next.
That's awesome.
And if it matters, it doesn't matter. But if it matters,
That sounds
Do it.
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't. But I'm gonna say it anyway. It's a lot of damage. It's like 38 points of
Damn.
Nice. No
damage.
kill like an overkill.
Okay, so like as all of this cacophony hits, the brain just quivers and just, and you guys are all covered in just this mix of like bio and plant matter. It's brains, but also chlorophyll, and now it's just wriggling top of tentacles and a little like eye, and then nothing, and then it falls over to the ground. And the back wall that was on fire, the vines like start breaking, and you see this giant mirror, and in it are these two big snake eyes and a snail and a big snake head, and all you hear is, "Oh, my pet." Well, if you want more, please come on down. And you see the image of this giant snake head just sort of fades out of the mirror. And that is where we're going to end it.
No.
Why?
I don't like.
No more.
No bueno.
No good.
I wanted to use my spirit
I'm gonna
bomb
offer
so bad.
Oh.
Everybody some green chai tea. Green chai tea.
Oh, I definitely want some green tea, please.
And you hear this little music. Well, no.
Oh.
And so Granny comes down, just like,
Granny.
"Oh, good. Yes, the darkness. He's waiting. Maybe someone will find him." Maybe someone will stop him. But let's rest. You all did very well.
Wow.
And that is where we're going to end it. Back at Granny's hut having tea, and you'll be able to take that one warden back, and you'll be able to learn about all sorts of things. But that was my one shot. Sorry, it went a little longer than I anticipated. But
Hey,
That is okay.
that was extremely fun.
One shot. I like this.
Yeah, we got a good squad going.
Yeah, that's really good.
Can we do a campaign now?
Let's go. Game on.
Let's do it.
my whole
really
point of the little teaser at the end was like, I don't believe in one shots. It's never just a one shot.
Never.
And this is a BBEG that I have in my world that I just wanted to toss out here.
I like it.
That's so good. That was awesome.
Again.
I kind of regret not throwing out my spirit bomb, even though it would have hit everybody inside me, including me.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, because it's a 20-foot radius.
Oh, jeez.
All of us.
Yeah.
I still have a whole bunch of potions.
Yeah. No, I have a ton of stuff I didn't do for the same reason. It was a lot of we were in a tight space.
Including, interestingly,
That was
a filter of love, a potion of animal friendship. I also got potions of poison, water breathing, alchemist fire, which I never used.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's part of a one shot, and having all all that cool extra magical items and stuff like that.
I literally spent 90% of my gold on potions.
That's amazing.
Because I went, I'm a guy who makes tea, so it's just gonna be all.
Yeah, I really love the flavor of just the artificer just using the teas for spells and stuff. That's
flavor, good one.
Yes.
You did it, and you didn't even realize.
Didn't even realize it.
Too late. It happened.
I did have a nice longer description for when I did a ritual cast of something that I'd set out different types of tea and actually.
Oops.
Oh,
Nope.
He froze.
Well,
Well,
we just lost Anton.
Oh no.
I mean, at least it was after, not during.
Yeah, at least it was after the game. We got to finish. It was really right till the end. That's happened to me before too. That's the worst. But let's go around and say goodbye and thank you to everyone. And you tell everyone wherever they can find you and if there's anything you're up to. Thank you so much everyone for playing. Thanks everyone who was hanging out and who donated all those advantages. Less so those of you that donated disadvantages. No, I'm kidding. Thank you.
Thank you for those. I tried really hard.
I forgot them all. You used them up.
I know, but I forgot I was taking an elder brain. And adding a little bunch of features, but I should have been using when I incapacitate people, I should have been I can tap into their mind and do all sorts of damage. But,
God.
I hadn't finished homebrewing this weird plant elder brain mix.
Well, that was cool.
And also, I decided not to throw the Ulitharid at you as well. So
yeah, probably for the best because that was a lot. The elder brain was doing really good. I was almost down, and I know
he got me.
went down. Cuckoo.
I did take one person to 0, so I feel successful. So
This is true.
I was watching people's health as well, because I have a lot of health things I did. But I was I'm gonna see where people are. I think we're dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Part cleric.
Yeah.
So I had to work.
Right.
Yeah, I was because I specifically didn't take. I almost always, if I have the option, take healing word because it's so good as just a bonus and stuff like that. Oh shoot. Let me see if I can.
now there's 2 Antons.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Hello.
Nope.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, but now all of our names. That's cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody is.
That's okay.
Sorry, you had to kick the
Yeah, I
dead
know.
man.
I'm trying.
The dead mate.
That's okay. So let's go around and say goodbye, though, while I'm trying to do this. Let's start from the back and go back all the way up to the front. Omega!
Oh, I'm first. Okay, hi. Again, I'm Omega, also known as the Critical Bard on Twitter. You might see a lot of my music and stuff up a lot. I got some things coming up. I was actually going to record something today, but I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. But that's going to be special. I'm also going to be a part of 2 charity live streams coming up. I'm going to be a part of Uncaged Live on August 10th. And then the stream for One Drop for Flint on August 24th. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Check them out. I'll link stuff around. Yeah, but that's pretty much what I'm doing. Good times.
Cool.
Sorry, we like went one way and then the other way. Let's go over to Ben. Ben, sorry you didn't get to use that special ability.
It's fine. It happens. Well, I guess you can find me on Twitter at Korean Soul. Soul spelled SEOUL. I don't do much. You'll see me retweet a lot of things, if anything.
But you made
Ben's a good guy, though.
Yeah, Ben is great, and your monk was awesome, and it's hilarious that you made a. I'm not gonna get over that you made an owl Aarakocra named Goku.
It's the best.
Becca, let's go over there. Hey, Becca, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, my twin. How are you doing?
Yes, I am great. Hi, I'm Becca. I'm Dragon Rider X over on Twitter. I also don't do a whole lot. Sometimes you'll see me in Jess's chat on this Twitch channel here, or playing ridiculous games, usually Jackbox, because that's always fun. I will just plug all of the fun things that Jess has going on. If you are not following her Twitch channel, you totally should be, because there's always fun streams happening. So yeah, that's all I got.
Dustin.
Oh, hi everyone, it's me at GeoNerd. I sometimes run games here on Jess's channel. I often stream WoW on Saturdays with Jess. I am here a lot. We do a lot of fun things. That's where you can find me on Twitter here or here on this channel, running games. And I might be running some other stuff later. I haven't decided what we're doing yet, but yes.
I'm gonna do Anton because I can't get him back, so I'm gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Anton. You can find me at Anton Carmula on Twitter, because that's where he does stuff, and he makes great art, and you should check him out. And he plays fun games with us. And I'm sorry that the screen went bonkadoo. And oh, there we go. He sent a message. He wanted to let everyone know that right now at this very moment after this stream, actually we could go raid. It's Dano's two-year Twitch anniversary.
Oh yeah, Danny.
Yeah, Danny, who's an awesome critter. So we'll definitely go raid her afterwards and check her out, because she is awesome. And I'm sorry that Zoom did a poop and I can't get Anton back in here. I'm sorry. But yeah, my name's Jess. This is my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks everyone who hung out, who donated, who played this game, who chatted, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I super appreciate it. Tomorrow is, in fact, the event we were fundraising for. It is the Toronto Critter Meetup, which is the 3rd time we've run this. And we... Thank you so much for helping make that possible, because it's just so great to get a bunch of Critical Role nerds together to do fun, awesome stuff. And I will be away the next 2 days because of that, but I'll be back on Monday. We have lots of TTRPGs and cool stuff happening here, so do please come hang out. We have Spire happening all the time. We have so many games. We have Fiasco happening all the time. Lots of different independent games, D&D sometimes. So many games. So do please come hang out and do that.
Oh wow, I did really almost kill all of you guys. Look at that add-on. Yeah.
Dustin?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I was going to heal myself, so you weren't killing me.
Surprise!
I should try harder next time.
Sure.
Dustin, did you want to say? Did you have anything else you needed to?
No. I don't think so.
Okay. If I hit all the points. I mean, Dustin and I play games. Come hang out for that too. I mean, literally, we do like friggin' everything here. Video games, party games, TTRPGs, a little bit of everything. So thanks so much. Thank you all for playing and donating and all that good stuff. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much, everyone who came and played. This was such a fun game. And I love that there was already like a
Thank you very much for all of you playing and dealing with my not that well prepared. Sorry.
No,
but
it was
Totally well.
It was a ton of fun. It was really good, and I love your voices.
Absolutely.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. So, thanks everyone. Have a good night, and we'll see you all later. Let's go show Dano some love. Bye.
Raid time.
Ooh, let's raid.
Can't really see.